All right. Hello, hello, hello. Mic check. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everything is working. Got my stream up on my computer. Let me check that I'm not a liar. Yes, we got the new banner. Okay, so today, damn it. Guys, you have to forgive me. I'm not sick, but I was shoveling snow earlier tonight when I got home from work. I saw that a good portion of it had melted in front, or not melted, but it softened up in front of my my steps. And I take an Uber to work most of the time, so it brought me great joy to carve out a path from my steps to the road so I wouldn't have to climb over a mountain of solid ice. And so I'm looking out my window right now. I successfully carved out a path. It's kind of skinny, but it's the size of my shovel. And I managed to get all the way to the edge, to like the bare edge of the mound of snow that like where it clumps up the most after the plows go through and it gathers all in one spot. And so I was able to kind of like,
why does Ashru sit up on the counter?
Best way I can describe it is when you take shaving cream, put it on your face, and you take a razor and just go straight down, but you stop at your chin, at the edge of your chin. It's like that. So all I have to do is step over the little mound, because it's not that big anymore, because I managed to chip it away. And now I don't have to worry about slipping and falling when I need to get to the car of the Uber driver. Stupid cough. Anyway. But while I was out there, it was cold and I was breathing pretty heavily because it took a lot of work just to get through that, because again, it was mostly a mountain of ice, but it softened up enough that I could kick it, I could stab it, I could do all this stuff with the shovel, with my feet, etc., and carve out a path. So I'm still dealing with coughing just from that. But I'm not sick, but you'll probably hear me coughing a lot or clearing my throat or even sniffling or something. Excuse me. So I do apologize ahead of time. So what we got going on in this stream, man, I should have just waited till tomorrow, but we got a new banner. And I logged on earlier in the day when the banners were still on Columbina and Inefa, and collected my commissions, collected my daily sign-in for the last day. Oh, well, hello, thank you. 40 extra primos. But anyways, yeah, I collected this, and I haven't even done Imagineering Theater yet, so I'm at exactly, well, not exactly, but almost exactly 20,800 primos, and I also collected all of my achievements, which I usually do at the end of the entire update, but I decided to just do it at the end of the banner phase instead. So I got all the way up to, I gotta do it in my head, so from 16,000, that's 100 pulls, so 17,600, 19,200, and then 20,800. So 130 pulls, not counting the intertwine fate. So I'm at 151 pulls right now. So let me go ahead and put that on that weapon. Anyway, so I want to go over the banners because I like to do this every now and then when banners change. Really quick analysis of the banners, and I will be starting to do a poll video in just a moment, but I'll get into that in just a bit. So here's what I think of the banners, based on some interesting information I've seen from Zibai. I think she's going to be really good. I don't think she's going to be cracked by any means, but I think she has a lot of potential, a lot of good teams that you can play her with to be free to play. And I think these banners are perfect if you want to pull for her. The 4 stars in general are not great, but the 4 stars for her happen to be some of the best on this banner. So, for example, you could probably make her work with Xingqiu because Xingqiu has rain swords and she normal attacks a lot, right? You can make her work with Yelan, etc. So, if you're looking for like a more free-to-play team, I know Itluha. I don't know how to say his name properly. I'm just gonna say Iluga. I think it's Itluha or something like that. Itluha. I don't. I can't do it. Damn it. But yeah, Iluga, Aino, and Goro. They're all really good as a sort of like free-to-play team or low-spending team. From what I've seen, Itluha, you don't even need to build him defense. You could probably get away with building him for DPS, but with EM instead of defense, and on Silken Moon Serenade set. And that way he helps contribute to the lunar reaction. Because just like Electro Charge or Lunar Charge, everything is based off of the total like crit value and reaction, like how everyone is lending to the reaction or contributing to the reaction, I should say. So, seeing as how lunar reactions all scale off of EM, and Itluha, I don't know his kit yet, but from my understanding, like the defense stat is mostly tailored to his skill and burst damage, not to the lunar damage that he can do. It would be best to just build him EM. Aino on the banner is great as well. In my opinion, we're getting her very early, considering that we're only in Lunar 4. So that's, we didn't have a Lunar 0, or Luna 0, or whatever. It started with Luna 1, and we had Aino in Luna 1. So Luna 2 and 3 we didn't have her, but then Luna 4 we have her. So we have her in 4 in 4 updates, we got her 2 out of 4 times. That's pretty good. Or I guess you could say 2 out of 8 times, because every update has 2 banners. But that's still pretty damn good, in my opinion. I think the only reason I didn't pull for her is because she was on Flynn's banner, and I pulled for Llama, and Flynn's was second. So, yeah, there's that too. But anyways, Goro's also really good. He can help give defense to the team. And I don't remember what his C6 does. I think it does increase your crit value, but I don't know if it's going to help with lunar reactions. So after using his skill or burst, usually it's the burst and then skill, increase crit damage of all nearby party members' geo damage based on the buff level of the skill's field at the time of use. So if you have 1, 2, and 3 geo characters on your team, you get 10, 20, and 40% extra geo crit damage. Again, I don't know if this works with lunar damage specifically. If it does, this is pretty good, because you could literally just run the team that's on the banner, and if they're C6, you'll do, or if you have Goro C6 and Itluha C6 and Aino C6, and she gives like EM at C6, I think, then yeah, you got a recipe for success just with those characters alone. So banner value, I would say really good. Like, this is really good value if you're pulling for Zibai. Now, if you're pulling for Neuvillette, on the other hand, Itluha does not enable lunar crystallized reaction. So Neuvillette doesn't really gain anything from any of the 4 stars on this banner. So that's kind of a shame. So on one hand, I would have to give Zibai's banner easily an 8 or even a 9 out of 10, just for pull value. And then for Neuvillette, I would give him like a 2 out of 10. Neuvillette is not even like the best Hydro DPS anymore. That kind of he got taken down by Mualani a while ago. And it only got worse for him when more Natlan characters came out, like Malwika. More teams could be put together that worked really well with Mualani. I wouldn't run Sitlali, Mawika, and Molani, but apparently that's not a bad team to run. But yeah, so Nuvalet got outshined by her. That doesn't mean he's a bad DPS. It just means that there are better options. And this banner does nothing for him. Aino being on the team, Itlua being on the team, Goro being on the team, none of these characters actually help Nuvalet in any way other than getting this, I forget what his passive does because I don't have him, but it's something about having multiple elements on the team, like increasing his passive or whatever. But when he has like double hydro, usually you want that secondary hydro to be Farina, not Aino. So yeah, it's not a great banner for him. I don't really know what good supporting 4-stars are for Nuvelet. I would think Shielder like Layla or Kirara, for example, maybe. Or Xiangling to enable vapes, stuff like that. But, and there's plenty of other teams. But yeah, these 4-stars, they don't work for Nuvalet. I would even go as far as to say 1 out of 10. But Nuvalet himself gives value to people's accounts, and he's a solid DPS. There are just other better DPS out there. He's much easier to play though. He definitely isn't my favorite playstyle. Just like, hey, hold the button and just watch him squirt water. But you could argue Nefer is very similar, even though she's, you do want to do some tech here and there with dodges. But Nefer, I don't know. She just feels so much better to play, in my opinion. So that's why I really like Nefer. But I'm not trying to glaze Nefer or put down Nuvalet. Nuvalet is a very simplistic playstyle, easy to get used to, easy to pick up. So he does add value. So I wouldn't give him a 3 out of 10 on the banner itself, but I wouldn't necessarily give him a 1 out of 10 either. I think just overall, all the 4-stars just take away from the total value a crap ton. If I was going for like 4 or like out of 5 stars, like rating the banner like 1 through 5 stars, then I would say like 1 or 2 stars. Take 1 away for each 4-star that's not good for the 5-star on the banner. And I would give it 1 star if the 5-star itself was useless as well. So 2 stars still in that case. So maybe 4 out of 10 if you were to do it that way. But yeah, I wouldn't go past 3 myself. That's my own personal rating. Let's check out the weapon banner. Okay, so not bad. Fav bow, you get 1 for free, but it's nice to have refinement. Fav great sword, great for Aino. Absolutely great for Aino. You have Dragon's Bane. Guess what? Itlua might be good with Elemental Mastery. Although Fav Lance is probably going to be way better for him, I don't think EM would be bad for him. So the one time I'm going to say it, because I hate Dragon's Bane, because I always get it. But Dragon's Bane, not bad. Eye of Perception, bleh! It's disgusting. Get it out of here. It is the worst 5-star, it is the worst 4-star catalyst in the game that you can get from a gacha. Not to say it's the worst 4-star catalyst as a whole, because I would probably give that to the craftable Dragon Spine weapon that everyone was hoping that someone would be able to use it, and then Riceley and Charlotte came out and it was like, oh, well, no, we got Witsith. But anyways, I digress. So, not a terrible weapon banner for the 4-stars. Let's check out the 5-stars. Now, I already have Nuvalet's weapon. I know that it gives you HP, and it also increases your charge attack damage as you lose health and increase health, etc., etc. So, this is obviously really good for Nuvalet. It can be good for other characters if you can activate the mechanic, or if someone ascends with HP, for example. So maybe you could use this on Columbina. If you have Farina on your team, you can use it on just about anybody that's taking advantage of, like, charge attacks, for example. It's not the greatest for every team or every character, but like, you could technically use this on Nefer. I would still say Witsith is better. You could use this on Yae Miko and an Aggravate team, but it's weird putting Farina on that kind of team just to make use of its passive effect. I use it on my Yae Miko because I lost to this weapon when I was pulling for Staff of Homa. But Witsith, I honestly think, is better for her. And then I'm sure that it's just decent stat stick for anybody that you want to use it on. Just keep in mind that it has low base attack for a 5-star character. So it's a stat stick, but then you don't have high base attack. So you better hope that whoever you're using this on scales with HP or defense, because they're not going to get a lot of attack from it when compared to other 5-star catalysts or even 4-star. So yeah, not a bad weapon. Decent stat stick, not the greatest, but not bad overall. There are better options. Now let's look at the new one. I know nothing about this. It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks like a revamp of the Jade Cutter, just a little bit more pale. I'm sure it'll look better when it's leveled up or whatever, ascended. Anyway, so increases defense by 20%. Okay, we got the same. I think we got the same effect from Shiori's weapon. Damage inflicted by lunar crystallized reactions increased by 64% for 5 seconds after the equipping character uses an elemental skill. I don't know Zibai's kit, but I think she uses her skill, does some normal attacks, uses her skill again, something like that. So you would get pretty much 100% uptime for a character like Zibai, but any other character that can't spam their skill, sword characters especially, won't really get use out of this. And there aren't a lot of sword Geo characters, are there? Let's check. Boom, boom, boom. So we want sword and Geo. Yeah. Oh, well, no. She doesn't use her skill that often. Never mind. So a C6 Shiori could make use out of it, of this weapon, when paired with Columbina and Eat Luca, for example, because then she'd be getting lunar crystallizes. She'd be getting, well, C6 wouldn't need the help of lunar crystallize for constructs, but still, like, there's that too. And then you could just spam her normal attacks. So she'd be an interesting person to use it with. Albedo, I don't know. I guess you could do Albedo Mona, Columbina, Shiori, or Shilonen, or some other character. Albedo Mona, that's Hexarai. Columbina, no, it'd have to be one more Nodcry, maybe Ino, to make it simple. But yeah, Itluha would help there too. But I don't think he would be able to spam his skill, so maybe not. Yeah, no, only really just Shiori and like a DPS Shilonen with Lunar Crystallize in mind. Yeah, the weapon is not very good account-wide. It's just a stat stick, in my opinion. So the weapon on its own, not great. It's obviously just meant for one character, and one other character can technically make use of it when they're C6. Or even if you don't have Shiori at C6, you can still use her normal attack part of her skill as opposed to her skill. She has this thing where if you use her skill twice, she swaps to the next character. Whereas if you use her skill and then normal attack, she will do Geo-infused normal attacks for a very short duration. So you probably could make use of it even if you're not on fielding her for a long period of time. But just get her weapon. If you're going to get a weapon for Shiori, just get her weapon. If you ended up getting this sword and you were pulling for Nivelette's Catalyst and you have Shiori on your account, and you don't have Shiori's weapon, it's not a huge loss to get this sword. But outside of Shiori and Zibai, I don't see this being useful on anybody else. Maybe Geo Traveler. Although Geo Traveler doesn't scale with defense. That's the downside. Geo Traveler scales with attack. Because Traveler does not scale with any other stat other than attack. Even on Hydro, she has some HP scaling, but it caps out. It doesn't even It's not even infinite scaling, so it caps out. You don't get a huge bonus from increased HP. So Geo Traveler can make use of it, but why would you want to do that? You could use another weapon on Geo Traveler and it'd be much better. Hell, you could use Jade Cutter and it would be much better. Anyway, so I would say the 5-star weapons are not great for overall account value, but of course if you have the characters they belong to, then they're awesome, right? So if you're pulling for Zibai and you get her weapon, hey, 10 out of 10. But if you're just looking at the overall value of this banner, I would say the 4 stars bring it up a lot more. And since we have 4 very useful 4-star weapons on the banner, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Again, the main 5-star weapons are good as stat sticks at the very least, but there are so many better options in terms of stat sticks that you could be using or might already have. So not great, either a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Neuvlette's banner, I say 2 or 3 out of 10, and Zibai's banner definitely like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Just great value if you're pulling for Zibai. Alright, that's all I gotta say about that. So we got the test run stuff. I can just claim this and claim this, thank you. And yeah, so I'm eager to see what they can do. Now, as far as my pulling session, because I'm going to be recording a video of my pulling session, there's still something I'm missing. Here we go. Why is this just now showing up? I've been fighting this boss already. Anyway, as far as pulling
like
session goes, I'm going to start a video recording here in just a moment while I'm streaming. So it might sound weird. I'm going to make it seem like I'm just talking to YouTube just for the sake of the video. And I'm not going to do too much yapping. I'm just going to go straight into it. But this is my plan for the pulling session, and I'm not going to mention this too much or reiterate too much or restate it a lot or whatever. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to go. Here's the thing. I was thinking about stopping at 50 pulls. I lost to Dea when I was pulling for Inefa, and I spent money to pull for Inefa because I figured, hey, I did really well at work. I had some extra money that I didn't really feel sad to just lose it, essentially. Like, I had the money to just spend on however I wanted. I have plenty of it too. I just only cared to spend 100. I'm not spending hundreds of dollars in one day on Genshin Impact. I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of I wouldn't even call myself a content creator. I'm just not that kind of Genshin player. I'm a dolphin at best. I'm not really a whale. It might look like it because I have all the top-ups used up, but I've only topped up once for each one, and I didn't even do the dollar one. And then the Genesis crystals that you see there right now are from not the first time I spent 100, but on the last time that the top-ups had a refresh, I did spend 100. It was during that one. And I think it was maybe for Skirk or something. I can't remember. But I had some Genesis crystals left over that I did not end up using. And I think I did the same kind of ritual where I bought each one of the smaller packages after I bought the 100 one because they equal more than the 100 one. And so I just had this left over, and I've been sitting on them ever since, and just it's been increasing more and more because of Welkin Moon, so there's that as well. So it was 8,700, and then it became 8,820 because I had 120 crystals left over after I tried pulling for Inefa. Unfortunately, when I finally got a 5-star, and it was at around 80 pity, I got Dia. And I don't remember if I pulled for Inefa on stream or in a video the first time she was out. But I did say I was going to skip her, I believe, on one of my streams. Off stream, though, I think it was off stream, I did try pulling for her, and I lost to Dia. So it was the second time I lost to Dia when pulling for Inefa. So that just made me very disheartened. And as a result, I stopped pulling for Inefa. It was kind of like a wake-up call. Hey, this is not meant to be. So rather than wasting my guarantee on Inefa, it wouldn't have been a waste, but I would rather start from low pity. I'm currently at, I think, 3 pity. Yeah, 3 pity. And just pull on Zibai's banner and see if I can snatch a few copies of Aino and Iluha. However you say his damn name. Iluga. I'm just going to say Iluga. Iluga. Anyway. So that's my plan. Now I'm going to pull for Zibai until I get her. So whether I go up to 70 pity, 80 pity, whatever, I'm just going to pull until I get her. If I snag an early copy, if I'm at like 20 pity and I get her, I'll switch to New Violette's banner. Because I don't have a solid on-field Hydro DPS. And I've been meaning to get one. I didn't get Molani. I didn't get lucky enough to snag Molani, but I didn't really pull hard for Molani. I just did a few pulls. But my C6 Yelan, as much as I love her, she is mostly single target. You can kind of make it work so that her breakthrough barbs hit in an AoE, but you only get 5. That's it. Once that's done, it's strictly single target. So I would like an AoE Hydro unit, and Yuvalette is perfect for that. And I already have his weapons, so why not? So yeah, there's that. So again, if I get an early copy of Zibai, I'm going to pull for Yuvalette as well. However, if I do get an early Zibai, let's say I get her at like 20, 30 pity. I'll say 30 is the max. Then I will spend 50 pulls on Yuvalette. No matter if I get her at 20 pity, 30 pity, etc. But if I don't get her before a certain amount of pulls, I'm just gonna feel it out. I'm just gonna feel it out. If I don't get her pretty early on, I'm only going to pull for Zibai C0. That's it. I'll stop there and cut my losses. So that's my plan. That's what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna go ahead and start the video here, or start recording in just a moment.
Them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable
in 3,
force.
2, 1.
And if you try to ignore them entirely,
all right, Nefer, stop talking. Hello, YouTube. So we're here in the next banner phase. I'm currently streaming at the moment, so if you're here for the stream, hello again. I've already given my rating on the banner, so I'm just going to make it short for the video. Zibai banner, I give her easily an 8 or 9 out of 10. Great value if you're pulling for Zibai. If you're pulling for Yuvalette, it's more like a 2 or 3 out of 10. And the weapons, I give about a 6 out of 10, because the 4 stars are actually good, but the 5 stars are at best stat sticks for if you don't pull them for the characters specifically. Like if you're pulling for Yuvalette and you get Zibai's weapon, it's just a decent stat sticks on other sword users. But if you pull for Zibai and you get Yuvalette's weapon, again, it's just a decent stat stick for other Catalyst users. So yeah, there's that. I don't really think that the weapon banner has good value. Now, what I'm going to be doing this video is I'm going to be pulling for Zibai, and I'm not going to say a whole lot about what I'm going to be doing, other than if I get her early, I'll pull for Yuvalette as well. If I don't get her early and I go all the way to hard pity, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to pull for Yuvalette. But honestly, I would like Yuvalette because I would like to have an on-field Hydro character that can hit an AoE, not just for the Stygian Onslaught stuff, but just because I don't have one. So it would be nice to have. So that's what we're going to be doing. I currently have this amount of Primo Gems, so I have 130 pulls in Primos and then 20 pulls in Intertwined Fate. I'm at 3 pity. Of course, I can't actually show it, but I'm at 3 pity on the banner right now. So I'm going to do 7 single pulls, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, hopefully everything goes well. My God, Nefer, you're still talking. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. Wish me luck. We're going to do singles up to 7 pulls. So 1. Okay. Or technically that's 4. I gotta count it that way. So I'm at 4 pity. 5. Okay. 6. Okay. 7. Oops, let me just skip it. Okay. 8. 9. And 10. Not even a 4-star? Okay. Okay. I must have gotten my 4-star on like the second pull. Oh, it was my third. Wow, so I was at 3 pity and I got a Favonius sword. Okay, so that's 10 pulls. Now we're at 10 pity. So let's see if I can snag her at 20, huh? If I do see that golden aura, I'm going to shut up so that way we can hear her little intro. As a matter of fact, just in case, let me make sure that the audio is high enough. Yeah, just the music. Okay. So here we go. And 20. Alright. Oh, I could get Iluha. I'm okay with that. C1 Ino, let's go. Alright, 30. And now we're hitting Primo Gems. Okay, C2 Ino, I'll take it. Wrong banner, Favonius Warbow. Wrong banner. But I'll take it. A Fab weapon is never a loss. Even though I hate the Fab Greatsword, because I always got it back in the day and I didn't have anyone I wanted it for. But it's never a loss to get a Fab weapon, so I'll take that. That was 30, right? Okay, so I think I'm at... Okay, so this is going to be 40. So here we go, 40. That's a shame, but I'll take the Star Glitter. Why do I keep getting the weapon banner stuff on the character banner? I have perceptions on the weapon banner right now. You couldn't give me a Fab Codex or a Witsith? You had to give me Eye of Perception? What the hell? Next one is going to be Dragon's Bane. I swear to God, if I see the bell, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop pulling right away. No, I'm not. Alright, this is 50. This is probably the last pull I'll do, and if I don't get Zibai early, I will decide not to get Nubilette, or not to pull for Nubilette. So, here we go. Let's see if I get her. 50. Nope. Alright, not pulling for Nubilette.
Hey there. I'm Itlua, leader of the Lightkeeper's Investigation Squad. Lost your way, huh? Don't worry. That happens a lot. These paths aren't exactly traveler-friendly even on the best of days. Just follow my lead. I'll light the way ahead.
Alright, we got him. Itlua. Itlua. Not Itluha or Itluga. Itlua. Alright, eat. Eat like eating, and then Lua. Lua. What does that sound like? Lua. Lua. Luau? No. Lua. Eat Lua. I'll probably remember that from now on. Eat Lua. Alright, anyway. What if it was like Mickey Mouse? Eat Lua. Alright, no, not really. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Oh, I can just skip this now. Alright, okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a weapon on the next one. So that was 50. So I'm no longer going to even try to pull for Nubilette. Here's 60. Alright, we don't need to... We can just skip. Hey, C3, I know. Oh, I didn't get a weapon. Cool. Alright, 70. And no early. God damn. Hey, we got Itlua again. Alright, cool. So... I'm gonna do single pulls here. You know what? Fuck it. No. Let's keep it even. Let's just do another 10 pull. Because I haven't been lucky enough to get a 5-star in a while before 75 pity or 76. I keep getting them at like 78 to 80. So, yeah. I'm just going to do the 10 pull. Here we go. 80. And this is probably going to be the 5-star, but maybe not. Okay, there it is. Well, at least it's not on the banner.
My name is Zibai. I was once known to mortals as the White Horse Adeptus, but now that I have descended to the mortal plane, you may simply call me Zibai.
Okay, short and sweet. Alright, let's see how many more things we get. I wasn't counting, so here we go. I just muted myself a second time. Wow. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, 6. So 6 pity. I don't like it lingering like that, so let's do 4 pulls here. 1 or 7, 8. Oh, 4-star. Fuck you. Oh, I didn't mean to exit. 9. And 10. Alright. And... no, I'm not going to pull on the weapon, but I do want a Cyphos Moonlight so bad. I want to get an R5. I have R4. I would love an R5 Cyphos Moonlight, but I'm not gonna. Oh God, I want to. I'm not gonna do it. Stop it, fingers. All right. So we got Zibai. I am now at 10 pity, going into the next character that I pull for. So let's go ahead and put her on there. Why not? I can go ahead and claim this now, and this. Cool. Alright, so now we're officially at, let's see, let's do some math here. From 8,000 is 50 pulls, so 9,6, and then it goes to 11,2. So I'm at 70? Is that right? Am I doing the math right? I need a calculator! Good old calculator. Yeah, I'm at 70 pulls. Or I'm higher than 70 pulls, but I like to say I'm at 70 pulls. I just round it. So, hopefully by the end of this banner phase, I'll get like 40, maybe 50 Primo Gems worth of pulls. I've already gotten everything I could from the, whatchamacallit, Lantern Rite stuff, or event, whatever thing. Not the event stuff, the sign-in, the free sign-in pulls, or whatever. So, yeah. I don't like ending my sentences in so, yeah, but I just did. Whoops. Alright, we got C3 Aina. Let's see what she does, actually. You know what? No. I'd rather just leave that for stream. Alright, YouTube, I thank you for joining me. Tell me how your polls went, and depending on when you're watching, have a great morning, afternoon, or night. And just remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and just have fun. And don't forget that when it comes to these gacha games, you do not need to spend money to get good. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye. Alright, so I'll put that up on YouTube probably a little bit after I upload the VOD for this stream. Okay, so moving right along, now let's check out those constellations, shall we? Okay, there's both the new characters. Let's go ahead and get her. Wait, what? What is this? can be repaired after reaching friendship level 6 with Zibai. And Curio, whose power has faded away, crafted from fine jade and bronze, it now waits quietly for the moment it might shine once more. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, she is gorgeous. The silver hair and gold eyes. I mean, of course, because she's Geo. But I like that she's not all like yellow and brown and stuff like that. She's got like the jade color. It's like faded. It's not like bright green or anything, but it still looks nice. She really is gorgeous. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, that's enough, Never. All right. Let's see. How many cons did I get for him? I got C6, right? No, okay. Let's see what he does. I remember reading this when I was streaming because we got like a little preview of it when we do his quests. So let's see. Well, I mean, I remember reading it, but I don't remember what they do. So after he triggers a geo-related reaction on the field, he will regain elemental energy. It's going to be triggered once every 15 seconds. So I guess like if you're doing his burst and trigger a geo-related reaction, you just get 15 of his burst back. If you don't have his burst yet, then you just get energy right away instead of having to wait for the particles to hit. So you could probably like swap out or burst right away and then swap out or something. So that's kind of good. You don't have to build that much energy, I guess. Probably still should focus on energy though. When an elemental burst, shadowless reflections, haunted night oriole song effect is active. What is with these long names? For every 7 stacks of Nightingale song consumed, okay, I'll have to look into that. Itlua will summon Adon, dealing a single instance of geo damage to one nearby opponent. And the damage dealt is based on his elemental mastery and defense. The damage is considered elemental. So yeah, you just want to build this guy as EM even for his own damage. When elemental burst, blah 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 is active, nearby active party members will have their defense increased by 200. Okay, that's like Goro, like a little bit of what Goro can do. Not bad. And then here, usually this is the big one, right? So, Lightkeeper's Oath effect of the Ascension Talent, for geo damage dealt to opponents. Crit rate is increased by 10, crit damage is increased by 30. Oh, that's right. Right now, his passive says crit rate is increased by 5, and crit damage is only increased by like 10, not even 15. I remember now. So this is kind of like what Lalma could do at C0 for Lunar Bloom on Ascendant Gleam. But in this case, it's based off of his Ascension talent, so whatever you have to do to trigger it, and C6. That's lame. Okay, and then Ascendant Gleam effect. When characters are affected by Lightkeeper's Oath, Elemental Mastery is increased by 80. You must first unlock the Ascension talent. Okay. So, that's interesting. It's nice that you get crit rate, so that's effectively 50 crit value from a C6. Goro gives 40. Kujosaro gives 60. Farzan gives 60, I think. And then Mika? I think Mika also has 40, but it's like circumstantial. You have to hit multiple targets. It might be more than 40. So yeah, he gives 50, which is still really good, because crit rate, I would argue, is better than crit damage. And from what I've seen on showcases, Zibai is way better. Oh, wait a minute, what does this do again? Attack is increased, energy recharge is increased. Energy recharge. It is a really cool weapon, and it's from Not Crying. Just saying. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, Zibai. So apparently Zibai is hungry for crit rate. Like, she doesn't have a lot of it. And this guy being able to give crit rate to Did it say Geo in general? Oh yeah, Geo damage dealt to opponents. You just get crit rate. Yeah, so let's check out the Ascension talent that it's talking about. I think it's this one. Blah, blah, blah. The pyramids will gain like keepers O, so 5 crit rate, 10 crit damage, and 50 elemental mass. Also, the EM goes up by 30, and the crit value goes up by 35. Am I doing the math right? Yeah, 35. So not bad, because Zibai does not ascend with crit rate. She ascends with crit damage. I think? Wait, does it not? Okay, let's just... And now we'll be able to see it. Yeah, there it is. So she ascends with crit damage. Oh, look at that, I pre-farmed. Cool. I'll just do it now. Damn it. Yeah, I figured. That's why that boss was highlighted on the events tab. Okay. Cool, I guess. But yeah, so she doesn't ascend with crit rate. She ascends with crit damage. Itlua is going to be one of her best supports. And he gives a little bit of crit rate. And at C6 he would give her 10. So you mix that with Night Sky and the 5% that you could start off with a base. And that's 15 plus 30. That's 45 right there. Give her a crit rate circlet. That'll be 76. So she's going to be starving for crit rate. If you can't at least get her a crit rate circlet. Weapon. So what weapon should I give her? I could give her Jade Cutter, but she doesn't gain anything decent from... Oh, lighter foliar incision. With the damage, the foliar incision effect will be obtained, increasing damage dealt by normal attacks and elemental skill by blah 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 of elemental mastery. This effect will disappear after 20 seconds. You can gain... Okay. Interesting. Technically, I could make use of this weapon, and it does look like a Jade sword. It's not Jade Cutter, but... why did I laugh like that? Anyway, so let's do this. Kaya, you can go on... Oh wait, is this... Oh, I do have it! It's level 1, but I have it. I hate the way it looks on her, though. The other one looks so sexy. Ooh. Increase elemental burst damage when the character increases energy, blah blah blah. Okay, not really. Let's give Kaya a sack sword, because that's actually not bad for him. And then we'll give this Lion's Roar to Kuching. There we go. Sorry, Kuching. You finally get your sword taken away. I don't use you anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I'll use this for now, and just to boost her stats. It would kind of give me the same stat value as her main weapon anyway. I don't know if this would be better or worse than the flute, but we have a test dummy now, so I can always test that later. I have to check to see if I have sword billets as well. But yeah, this would be up 100% of the time because of her skill thing, so that would be cool. Oh, that does look really good on her, though, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, for Night Sky pieces, do I have a set ready for her? That's the question. Definitely want crit rate and crit damage, and then defense percent would be preferred. I don't have a crit rate circlet. Makes sense. Alright, so... And I just have this. Okay. Is Sethos my Flynn's holder? Is that what it is? He is. But I have 5 pieces on Sethos. Attack. Attack. Alright. Lose the circlet. Let me make sure that feather is not the defense one. Okay, good. Because I got a feather that has a crap ton of defense on it. Okay. So let's go. Night Sky. Let's see. Defense. Yep. Is it? Yep, it's this one. Pre-farmed already, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't have a defense goblet or sands. I had one and then I trashed it because I was like, hell nah. Hell nah. So, yeah. Guess I'm going back to that domain. And went crit rate, crit damage the whole time, though. Can't believe I'm going to be farming for defense now. So we're a little bit more than halfway there. I just need either the sands or the goblet. And, well, obviously I'll need a better circlet as well. But, yeah, here's our stats right now. I'm going to have to settle for a regular... Ugh. I mean, this has crit rate and EM, so that could be more useful than something like this. Although she does gain from flat defense. Ugh. Everything's just single stat or whatever. What if I did crit damage as the focus? Ugh. Actually, no, that's not bad. 7.8, that's pretty good. This one's 4-line. Alright, and then goblets, same thing. What do I have? What options do I have? Flat? No flat stats. Come on. Unless it's EM. Oh, that's a crit damage one. Oh, we don't even have more than 2 crit rate ones? Okay. Let's see. So crit damage EM. Yeah, okay, so these are the best pieces right now. These two right there. Okay. That has flat defense as well. I can't believe I'm gonna do this, but yeah, let's enhance it. Oh, I feel so disgusted doing this. Wait, hold on. What are my off pieces for defense? Okay. 9 crit rate and crit damage. Wow. Okay. Oh, hello. I forgot that I had a really good amount of defense crit pieces on Kachina. But this exists and I'm not using it on anybody. Alright, Goblet, what about you? Oh. Ooh. Wait a minute. I mean, it's not the greatest Goblet in the world, but it's got EM too. And this is like the only time that might be useful. Who was I using this on? Why did I have this? 22, 23.4, and then that's from crit rate, plus 5, 28, and then 28.8. So 28.8 CV versus, well, this is 30 crit value. So the Sands is the better off piece, but this does have EM on it. Huh. Guess I couldn't go wrong either way. This is definitely just better overall. I might just take that one. Okay, yeah. So we'll level up the Goblet instead of the Sands. Which Sands was it again? Oh, it was this one. Yeah, let's go with the Goblet. And no matter how it rolls, we'll just take it. Let's do up to 10. Oh my god. I know I said no matter how it rolls, but Jesus. Jesus, man. Real quick, do I have any others? I don't have any others. Okay, let's try this one first. They went to attack percent. So far, which one's better? None of them. None of them are. I mean, technically this one, because it has EM and better crit damage. Okay, let's get it to 12. Oh my god, fuck off. Give me one crit roll. One. Are you kidding me right now? Just one. Give me a crit roll, you piece of garbage. Just one. Give me one crit roll, please. Oh my god! Are you serious? They're equally bad. They're both terrible. Oh look, I got one flat defense roll. Are you kidding me? The only saving grace is that this one has a flat defense roll. The one time I don't want attack percent, and that's what I got. And then this one went everything into flat attack. Well, maybe one flat HP roll. None of these are even remotely better than the other. They both are equally worthless. This is great. This is just fucking great. How is the Sands gonna roll? Let me try the Sands again. Or not again, but and I have this too. I could have just used this, I think, in the meantime. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna bother with these. That was such a waste. Let's just do that. Fuck it. Oh. Peace out. Hey, look, one crit roll. I got a single crit roll. Isn't that awesome? What a piece of... This game sucks. Hey, look, I got 2 crit rolls. It's still not as good as this one, though. It's got better stat value. The EM and ER. I don't know if ER really matters that much, actually. Okay, what's my crit rate look like right now? 52? You know, considering it's a crit damage circlet, that's not bad. I think... Let me see. Yuck. 264. Defense is 867 right now. Versus this one. 250 and 52. I feel like the 52 crit rate, it makes so much more of a difference. My EM is 301. Versus, if I go to the other one, 301. Wait, didn't this one have more EM? Am I crazy? 35. 35. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this one. I shouldn't have leveled it. I had this one, but... this sucks so much. This really sucks. Alright, let's see what her... Oh! Hold on. Alright, 86? 87. Almost 200 CV. I'd rather get closer to 200 CV. Okay, so just like when I was running Nefer on an attack goblet for the longest time, now get off of that. Now Zibai is gonna be on an elemental mastery Sands until I can get an actual onset defense goblet or Sands. That's just gonna have to be the way it goes for a while, but I'll keep farming and trying to get something better. Oh, that's disgusting. I can't believe I didn't get a single rolling crit on those other pieces. That was just...
You'll be swept away.
I mean, what other pieces? I don't even know what you're talking about.
And if you try to ignore them entirely.
Alright, that's enough, Nefer. Let's see. Let's go fight the boss needed. Oh, my expedition, whatever, reward. Yeah, that was a weird... How did I jump so far? I like did that and then jump. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Plata. It just goes. Whee! That's pretty far. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop that now. Okay, let's see what he needs as well. He's definitely gonna come like last in the, how you say, the focus. Boom. Plenty of more. Oh, well, never mind.
I'm certainly feeling stronger, but I can tell I've still got a long way to go.
Okay, shut up. Cool. All right, so this is that other new boss, right? Am I crazy? Super heavy Land Rover mechanized fortress. Yeah. This is the other new Noctri boss. Okay, so they both need new Noctri bosses. Cool. And it looks like I farmed plenty of his ascension materials. Am I right about that? Yes, I think I did. Oh yeah. I even maxed out my little whatchamacallit, this thing, for that particular material. Where is it? Is it this? Yeah, it's this one. So I can actually grow these in the Serenity pot. Cool. Alright, anyways, going forward, let's go ahead and fight the new boss. This one over here. This one's a lot easier for me to fight because Noctri Shield really tears this one up, whereas the one for Itlua needs Pyro. So it'd be better with Durin and Hexarite, I guess.
No more. Surge. A moonlit night, but our bond is strong.
Owie.
Lush as the moonlight. By the frost moon of old.
Can't hide the truth.
Oh, you did.
It all adds up.
Oh, you still died. What happened? Oh, prick. Alright, anyway, that hurt. 4? Yeah, right. Oh. Why did that lock? Why did this one lock? God damn it. I'm gonna have to go back and check whatever things that I selected for Wanderer's Troop. I am trying to get a decent two-piece for my llama. But yeah, that was not it.
No more love.
No, what the? Why didn't it let me switch, man? I hate it when it does that. I used skill and I was tapping right like crazy. So stupid. Also, let me go ahead and put my music back up. I just realized it was really low. Let's go to 5. When's the Selena Chronicles reset for me? One day, of course. Not even tomorrow, the day after. Switch! Thank you. I didn't catch the particles before I did.
Lightning purified.
With one heart, we pray. Receive my blessing.
Owie.
Can't hide the truth.
Really?
No more lies.
That's what you get, prick. God, I hate that boss. It always disappears. Man, you stubborn little... Do I really want to keep holding on to exile pieces? Not really. That's too bad. Alright, Zibai gets another level up.
The moon waxes and wanes.
That's it. That's all you have to say. That was beautiful. Alright, anyway. I like poetry. Oh, I can do it twice. Cool. Nothing. Okay. Next. Alright. So I can almost get her Ascension 4 already. That's pretty sweet, I think. So let's see. What does her stuff do? Do I have enough to... Oh! Right. Liwa. So I guess it's her skill. Yeah, it even says skill here. Boom! And then burst is the next priority? Okay, makes sense. Cool. Okay, I'm not going to level up her burst anymore. Wait, what does this do? Blah, 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 dealing 2 converted. Is considered lunar crystallized. Oh, so her burst actually counts as the lunar stuff, whereas Nefer's burst only counts as dendro, not lunar bloom or something. Interesting. When cast, if she's in the lunar phase shift, the duration of the lunar phase shift will extend by an additional 1.6. Oh, it's just the time of her animation, I guess. She is really pretty, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, anyway. So it all scales off of her defense. So the lunar crystallized reaction damage, or the part that says it's considered lunar crystallized damage, is still not scaling off of EM, so that kind of sucks. When casting elemental skill, heaven and earth made manifest, or when nearby party members trigger Moondrift Harmony, Zibai regains the Selenic Descent effect for 4 seconds. The damage dealt by the second hit of Spirit Steed Stride is increased by 60% of Zibai's defense. Spirit Steed Stride. Oops. Here it is. I want this. Okay. Unleashes Spirit Steed Stride. Okay. I'll read that a little bit later. There we go. Other Geo party members increase Zibai's defense. Hydro party members increase her elemental mastery. Well, since I have an EM Sans, I'm going to want to have triple Geo. I think what I would run for her is Zibai, Columbina, Zhongli, and I was going to say Jilonin, but I don't have C2 Jilonin. Probably Goro, because I have C6 Goro. And I can run Columbina on Silken Moon. I can run Zhongli on his regular Tenacity set. He would be better on a different one, I'm sure. But I don't really want to run him on Instructor or something. Tenacity just helps with his shield. And then Goro can stay on either Exile or I can move him to Instructor. That could be the route that I go. But once I build Eat Lua, then I'll just use Eat Lua in tandem. Wait, no. No, I think I'm going to stick with Zhongli and Goro for now. Now that I think about it. Yeah. It just makes the most sense for me. He's going to be on his little Fab bow and tons of energy. His defense doesn't really... You don't need to increase his own personal defense. I've said this a million times. Other times I talked about Goro, or whenever I have talked about Goro. You don't need to build him for defense and damage. I guess now I would, now that I think about it. If I'm going to put him on this team, I am going to want to build him for crit stats for the lunar reaction. Ah, crap. That's right. So there is that to consider. But most of the time, a proper Goro build is just going to be energy recharge. That's it. Energy recharge, crit rate for Fav bow. And yeah, that's all you need. For Constellations, the only thing that needs defense is his healing. So if you want him to be like a decent healer as well, once you get his C4, then you want to increase his defense. But outside of that, he's not really there to do damage. He's just there to provide support and give you buffs based off of his ascensions and constellations. That's it. Oh, well, his skill does also provide stuff. So you want to level up his skill in terms of like his talents. But yeah, that's it. You don't need to level up his burst because his burst only gains damage, as you can see here. His skill does give you a bigger defense increase. So yeah. That's gonna, if I get that to level 12, that's gonna be double the defense increase that Itlua would give when Itlua is at C2 or C4, whichever one gives defense. Okay, anyways, all nearby party members' defense is increased by 25%. So it's even better than his skill. Wow, okay. And then Goro, well, actually his skill's flat amount might still be better than a flat or a straight 25%. Go receive the following damage bonuses. Skill damage is increased by defense. Skill damage is increased by defense. Okay, so yeah, this one doesn't matter. It's just for his own personal damage. But this one does give everybody some extra defense. So yeah, running him right now is better because my Zibai is on an EM Sans, and he is just going to give good amount of defense. Unfortunately, there's no artifact set that buffs defense, so it's either Exile or Instructor. And considering that I would have to constantly do geo damage with him to proc Instructor, I think it's going to be easier to just run Exile. That's just my 2 cents. But yeah, Exile will also mean that the other characters will get extra energy as well. I can also run Zhongli on Fav Lance. I've always run Zhongli on Fav Lance. Some people say that's stupid. You should run him on Black Tassel just to buff his shield. But his shield is already really good. I guess now with the newer endgame content, yeah, his shield isn't as good as it used to be. But it's still really good. And while it's up, he does give Red Shred. So there's that to consider as well. So Black Tassel is good, but I would rather run Fabland. So that way I can keep giving particles to everybody else whenever I am able to proc it. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Okay, moving right along. I've got some events to do. So first, I want to do the trial. Where did she go? There she is. Let's see how she does here. Let's actually read, shall we? Zibai is a geodamage dealer who enables her teammates to trigger lunar crystallized reaction and who deals crystallized damage directly. When Zibai is in the party and a nearby party member triggers a hydro crystallized reaction, it will be converted into a lunar crystallized reaction. The lunar crystallized reaction will trigger the formation of up to 3 moondrifts nearby. After triggering a certain number of lunar crystallized reactions, Moondrift Harmony will activate, dealing lunar crystallized damage to nearby opponents. I almost said party members. Yeah, I think you have to do like 5 lunar crystallized to trigger lunar crystallized damage. I think it's something like that. Or 3. I just know that you can't do it with Itlua alone with another like Colombina or somebody, just because of the fact that he only does 2 instances of geo damage and that's it. So you have to have another geo character on the team with Itlua, but Zibai can do it with her normal attacks, so yeah, that's fine. After casting her elemental skill, Zibai enters a lunar phase shift. While in this stage, Zibai will gradually accumulate this special resource, Phase Shift Radiance. Additional Phase Shift Radiance will be accumulated when Zibai's normal attacks hit opponents, or when nearby party members trigger lunar crystallized reaction while the party's moon sign level is Ascendant Gleam. By consuming Phase Shift Radiance... my back itches. My back! Alright. by consuming Fate Ship Radiance, Zibai can unleash the special elemental skill Spirit Steed's Stride to deal geo damage and lunar crystallized damage to opponents. Oh, she summons a little horse. I'm looking at the little video now. So she summons a little horse. That's cool. After unleashing her elemental burst, Zibai will deal it's a carousel. Okay, Zibai will deal geo damage and lunar crystallized damage to opponents. Interesting. So, I don't know if I would even call her a hybrid unit, but she does do both geo and lunar crystallized damage. All are considered geo damage. So you still want to build this character based off of their reaction. Like, you want defense, but I feel like you also want to focus on increasing the reactions damage. So you don't want to go geo damage goblet ever. You just want a defense goblet all the time. Alright, cool. So let's see. I do elemental skill 1, 2, 3, 4, and then elemental skill again. It's not letting me. There we go. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elemental skill again. Okay, okay, I see.
Be cleansed.
I have to keep attacking. That meter fills up, and then I use the skill, and then I use the skill. Okay. Oh, it ran out. Okay, so I'd have to do it faster to get 3 rotations. So I'll probably just want to do. Let me get him over here, back into the center. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then skill. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, right there. So after 3 on the 3rd rotation, you can do it because of the moon drifts from the geo reaction. Or I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 normal attacks. Skill 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skill 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, burst, and then skill. That could be the way you do it as well, when you have burst up. Of course it gives me Columbina, Aino, and Itlua. Alright, so Columbina first.
Target acquired. Behold the dawn.
And then.
Without further ado.
Okay, got it. And then. Yep, got it already. And do it again. Jesus.
The sky's clear. The glazed moon shines. A moonlit night for all. Chew on this. Flash attack.
Press the advantage. Be gone, shadow of darkness.
Be cleansed.
Ow. I want to redo. They kept dying too fast. Okay, so let me reset all the skills here.
Target acquired. Behold the dawn.
I need to like chill with Itlua's first too.
Smite to death. Smite to death. Divine light, shield them. Surge. A new moon rises.
Light compels you.
Flash attack. Without further ado.
Jesus.
Smite to death.
I'm not even checking the numbers. I'm just seeing how everyone dies so quickly.
Smite to death. The sky's clear. The glazed moon shines. A moonlit night for all.
You're in my not on my watch. Behold
Owie.
the dawn.
Go claw. Be cleansed.
Oh, I
Divine
missed
light, shield them.
light compels you.
Ding dong!
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
Why'd I do that? Okay, I'm good. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to test on the test dummy. Let me turn down my heater. Holy crap, that thing was right on me. Alright, other trial stages. Thank you. Nivelette. This should be interesting. Alright, just go straight into it. Alright, so go boom,
Absorption test.
boom,
Animal hypostasis emulation.
boom,
Stay put.
and
All
then
reveal thyself.
Be sanctified.
I guess I could do this. I can't really do it that well since I'm on controller. Oh. Are you serious? That was it? No, I want to do it again.
Animal test 6308. Swirl. Mark. Yellow glow. Yep. Wings of darkness.
Let the mighty be humbled.
It's so weird because I'm not on the mouse and keyboard. It's just easy to do this. Holy crap, they're dead again. No, I want to do it again. That was too
Enhanced
easy.
animal module.
As you wish me.
Don't be scared.
Be sanctified.
Yeah, be sanctified. Wow.
Silence.
I guess I didn't have to do that, right? You can tell I don't have... Why does it keep ending abruptly? Okay. For Zibai, it just kept going until I left. But for this one, it's like... No, that's enough. Get out. What a piece of crap. It didn't even give me any 5 stars to play with. Just Nivelette. Couldn't even give me Farina. Alright, anyway. Let's do Eat Lua. Is it just going to give me Zibai? I can provide you a related boss, some skills, summon messenger birds. Dashes for deal damage. Take aim. Oh, that's right. I don't have to hold the skill like with Shachus. Alright, burst, deals damage, engage in the set number of Nightingale song stacks, increasing the geo damage dealt by active party members' normal attacks, charge attacks, and plunging attacks. Oh, elemental scale and elemental burst. If the geo damage dealt is lunar crystallized, the damage will be further enhanced. If there are geo constructs on the field when Eat Lua unleashes elemental burst, or if geo constructs are created on the field within a certain duration, Eat Lua will gain additional stacks of Nightingale song. Oh, that's kind of, yeah, it's like Llama.
Just doing what you're
if
good
you
at
use
won't
her
cut it,
burst
you know.
and then
Sometimes
her skill,
the only way to grow stronger
it
is
will
to step
buff
out of your comfort zone.
Lunar Bloom damage by an increase of... Okay, so you get like more of her things. So normally you use her burst, you get 18 stacks that you can consume, or something like that. And Nefer does 3 Lunar Bloom hits per charge attack. So it's 2 rotations, so 3, 6, 9, so 18, right? That's the perfect amount. But when you hold Llama's skill, she increases those stacks you gain depending on how many Verdant Dews you consume. So you can hold her skill shortly after you burst instead of having to hold skill then burst. And it will still count the same way. So you can technically go burst skill with Eat Lua, but in this case it's the Geo construct. It's not having to do with his own skill. It's just getting damage from Geo construct. Alright, so defeat 6 opponents. Oh shit. I thought, what did I think was gonna happen? Okay, anyways. So I guess I'll do this.
Everyone on me!
Don't claw!
Behold the dawn! You got this!
The sky's
Oh
clear,
god,
the
why did I
glaive
do that
moon
again?
shines. Might be dust.
And that's it. Continue! I want to try it again with this free-to-play team. This is the banner team. Alright, so we do this.
Advance! Rally!
Boom.
Good luck! Ding dong!
Light compels you. All the light shines.
Light the dust! Lofty wisdom will show
Oh,
us the
why
way!
didn't I do that? Okay, well, it still worked out. I could have skilled, then burst, and then skilled again, probably, but it's okay. Let me try that again, but without using Aino's burst so fast. Where'd he go? Okay.
Everyone
so,
on me!
boom,
Fall in!
skill,
Hold the door! You got this!
and then
Change of plan.
now I can do
No
this.
claw! Let's be cleansed!
Okay, that sucked because she was out of the freaking bubble, but whatever.
Divine light, shield them!
Yeah, that was a weird thing that happened. This is going to be so much easier when I have a test on the other level. One more time!
Be gone, Shadow of Darkness! Go get him and press the advantage!
Without further ado,
Oh, I fucked up already.
change of plan.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Look, a rainbow! Chew on this!
What the hell just happened?
Behold,
I just
the door.
interrupted her skill? You can do that with her?
You got this!
Why am I
Everyone
getting
on
hit?
me!
What's hitting me? They weren't doing anything! What was hitting me?
Ding dong!
Owie.
Lofty wisdom will
You know,
show
I
us
forget
the
that
way.
you don't get any actual shields if you don't press line. You just get the moon drift. Alright, let me wait till everyone's shit is reset, because that was disappointing. Alright, one more trial.
Be gone,
So,
Shadow of
boom,
Darkness! All the light
boom,
rally!
boom,
Charge!
boom, then I know,
Look! Be
and
cleansed!
then...
Light the dust! The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines!
There we go. That was probably much better of a rotation. So I use her normals, then you go and use her skill,
Without further ado,
and then you burst, and then do some normals and then skill. I think that's better than using her burst at the end or something. Unless it's like you're clutching it, like you don't get the burst until the end. I'm glad they at least give you Zibai for Eat Lua's trial. That's pretty cool. It's weird that they don't give you Eat Lua for Zibai's trial. Wait, did they? You know what? I'm stupid. I think they did give you Eat Lua. Let me check it again. I don't like the way her normal attacks sound, by the way. Okay, yeah, they did give us Eat Lua. What was I even thinking? It sounds like you're slapping somebody with her sword. I'm not gonna lie. It's like instead of like a slicing sound and whatever. It's just like it's just like I'm slapping the shit out of somebody with the flat of her blade instead of actually cutting them. So weird. Okay, so there's the trials. We have some events to do. Now, what time is it? 10:30. Oh wait, it's not 10:30. My clock's ahead. 10:13. Close enough. I think I will do some of the questline stuff here for the Lantern Rite because I mean we get this too. So this is Zibai's quest is tied into the Lantern Rite stuff. So I think it would be a good idea to do that. And yeah, we can get some more Ascension materials as a result. I don't think I'll be doing BFF just yet. Not until I have Zibai fully leveled up, because I do want to use her for Imaginarium Theater. So yeah, I'm not going to do theater on stream, but I will eventually. What's nice though is that I didn't do theater last banner phase, so that means it will count towards this banner phase's savings. So I might be closer to saving around 50 pulls rather than like 40. And since this banner phase has the bigger event, then I might even get another 1,000 just from the Lantern Rite or whatever. So, yeah, things are looking up, and the Abyss will reset as well. So, yeah, we'll be getting quite a few Primo Gems during this banner phase, even though all the exploration has been completed. Ooh, let me see how much Star Glitter I have now. 78 pulls. Okay, I think I was at 73 or 74 before. So, we're getting close to having enough to guarantee a 5-star, so that's cool. That's like one constellation if I don't lose the 50-50. Alright, alright. Let's keep it going. So while I do the event stuff, I am going to mute my mic. Oh, my throat doesn't feel as bad anymore. So here we go. And shutting up in 3, 2, 1, now.
Split the bamboo in the morning, dry it till night. Shape and bend it nice and tight. Cross the strands to form a pattern, coat in silk, and you have a lantern. That's how you remember how to make a show lantern. Did you get all that, Chi-Chi?
Morning, split bamboo, traveler. Then get silk, make Paimon.
What? No, that doesn't even rhyme.
Look, it's them.
Hey, Yao Yao! Hey, Chi-Chi! Whoa, Traveler! Paimon, you're here! Happy Lantern Rites! What you up to? I'm teaching Chi-Chi to make Shao Lanterns. It's a real test of finger dexterity, so it'll help keep her nice and loose.
Yes, I do finger exercises to be a nimble zombie.
Wanna try too, you two? Oh, okay. Well, we need a whole bunch this year so it doesn't get too dark at night. Too dark? What does that mean?
Dr. Baiju has patients who got hurt walking at night. The moon disappeared, so it was too dark to see.
The moon disappeared? Like, behind the clouds?
It was Jonju, the moon devourer. Changshan told me about it, but now I forgot.
It's an old myth from Chenyu Vale about a giant toad in the sky that eats the moon. What? The moon gets eaten? It's just a story. It's not like there's actually a giant toad in the sky. I asked Master about it, and she said myths are just insights into how the people of the past understood the world. Well, I didn't see it that night. But I've checked several nights since, and it's been there same as ever. According to Chi-Chi, though, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent someone to do some kind of serious investigation. So, I don't know. Maybe something did happen. The Ministry of Civil Affairs? This is starting to sound bad.
It's okay. You can fly. Even if it's too dark, you won't fall and get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So turn that frown upside down, Paimon. Or someday you'll get a whole bunch of wrinkles and wake up looking like an old granny. What? Okay. No more frowning. But the Traveler can't fly. She could still fall and hurt herself, right? Don't worry. That's what the Shell Lanterns are for. As long as we make enough, Liyue Harbor will never go dark.
Yeah, and there's the giant lantern too.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Look, This year's Grand Lantern commemorates the Adeptus who guards the moon. With her watching over it, the moon will be safe for sure. A white horse? Wait! So that's the White Horse Adeptus? Yeah! Legend has it she used to live on the moon. So if it were ever in danger, I'm sure she wouldn't just stand by and watch. Huh! We've heard of the White Horse Adeptus before, but we never heard the part about her living on the moon. Probably because it's a folk legend from Chenyu Vale, so not a lot of people know about it. But recently, some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue, and the archaeological team even found evidence of ancient people worshipping an Adeptus who lived in a palace on the moon. It's kind of like how we write wishes on Shao lanterns and release them during Lantern Rite. The White Horse Adeptus would descend from the moon in her jade carriage and grant people's wishes. Ooh! When did that happen? She sounds different from the other Adepti in Liyue. It must have been a super long time ago, because even Master barely knows anything about this Adeptus. Nope. Kinda unbelievable, right? Yanfei said the White Horse Adeptus might even be a made-up legend, just like Janju the Moon Devourer.
Yeah, a made-up horse and a made-up toad.
You're mistaken, children. The White Horse Adeptus really does exist.
Oh, Mr. Liu from the Baiju Guest House. But how do you know that for sure?
Have you ever wondered how the guest house got its name, Yao Yao?
Baiju... White Colt. So, it's named after the White Horse Adeptus?
That's right. And that's because one of my ancestors was once blessed by the White Horse Adeptus.
Wait, really? Tell us more! Tell us more!
It was a long, long time ago, when this ancestor of mine was still a young girl. She was out gathering herbs and accidentally fell off a cliff, but the White Horse Adeptus rescued her.
Oh, that's it? Paimon was expecting something a bit more... special? We've heard a whole bunch of stories like that before.
Patience, young one. Let me finish. After the White Horse Adeptus saved my ancestor, she told her a story about the moon and the ancient kingdom of Langan. My ancestor was so captivated that she completely lost track of time. So much so, in fact, that when she returned to her village, she found nothing but a desolate ruin in its place. It was as if, without her knowledge, countless years had passed in the mortal world.
Huh?
The most extraordinary part of all is that it turned out to be a dream. When she woke up, she found herself at the bottom of the cliff, right where she had fallen. Other than her medicine basket, now filled to the brim with rare herbs, it was as if nothing had happened, until out of nowhere, a horse's whinny echoed through the air, and when she looked up, she saw a pristine white horse leaping over the cliff.
A white horse leaping over the cliff?
Wow, that sure is a crazy story. But now, it's starting to sound a bit too far-fetched.
Another skeptic. You sound just like my son. But I know it's true. Ancestral records don't lie.
Wait, so your son doesn't believe it happened?
Don't get me started. Not believing is one thing, but he even wants to change the name of our guest house. It's a disgrace, I tell you, a disgrace. Well, it was getting about time for him to take over the guest house. And what's the first thing he does? Starts going on about how the name doesn't attract enough customers and how we're losing business to Wangshu Inn. Can you believe that? As if Baiju Guest House and Wangshu Inn aren't miles apart from each other.
Oh, what about something like the Geo Lord's Rest? Paimon bets that would get people through the doors.
Geo Lord's Rest. I like that one.
This isn't about getting people through the doors. This is about disrespecting our ancestors. Oh, White Horse Adeptus, my wish is this. Let your divine power be known. Teach my foolish son the error of his ways.
Paimon wants to learn more about this Adeptus. Hey, maybe we should ask Zhongli. Good idea! Mr. Zhongli is super knowledgeable. He can answer questions even Master has no clue about. Yeah, we just saw him having tea at third round knockout. Alright, then that's our next stop. Chi-Chi and I are gonna keep making Shao lanterns. Careful on the road!
Goodbye, Paimon. Goodbye, traveler.
Oh.
Curious. Impressive, right? What's with all the commotion over here? Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! I have something amazing to show you! What is it? Huh? What the? Heart of the Moon is blacked out! Was it really eaten by a giant toad?
Huh. I didn't expect you to know the story of Jonju the Moon Devourer, Paimon.
Don't underestimate Paimon. She learned a whole bunch of things in Sumeru.
But Jonju the Moon Devourer is a Liyue legend.
Well, knowledge knows no borders, so... there.
You're right about that, Paimon. But this dark circle doesn't look anything like a toad to me. A toad's egg, maybe? But that's about it. Oh, wait, Traveler! You've been in Nodcry, right? The people there worship the moon goddess. So you should know what's going on here. Really? Not even in a place where people worship the moon?
Oh yeah! Master told me that the tale of Jianzhu, the Moon Devourer, was how ancient people explained a certain celestial phenomenon.
But what is it exactly? Some kind of omen of disaster?
How so?
Oh, but in this picture, the moon is being covered from the center. So this can't be a normal eclipse.
Then it's still an omen of some impending calamity?
We never said that! Ugh, some crazy customer left it at the restaurant. Just thinking about it gives me the chills.
Attention, everyone! As the auspicious festival season approaches, I have an announcement to make. I, Lu Xiong, am on the verge of becoming one of the most renowned archaeologists in all of Liyue Harbor. No, scratch that, in all of Tibet. Even though I never trained at a prestigious academy, I've still managed to dig up tons of treasures. And I understand practically a whole dictionary's worth of big words, too. Like my pops always says, no pain, no gain. And I haven't had it easy, that's for sure. So, it's definitely my turn to make a name for myself.
What's the deal with her?
No idea. Maybe she ate a bad batch of perch stew?
What? You don't believe me? I'm telling you, I dug up treasures from the ancient nation of Longan. I even got a picture of Jonju devouring the moon.
Longan? Jonju? What is she even talking about?
Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean.
So what If blackback perch stew is my favorite, stop talking about me like I'm not here!
Whoa, what are you doing?
You're just a stupid, ignorant man, and I'm gonna kill you.
Young lady, you need to calm down.
What? So you're looking down on me now too? How about I take you both out then? How does that sound?
This is a place for dining. If you wish to take me out, you'll have to do it elsewhere.
Don't act like you're better than me. Do you know who I am? I'm about to be the most famous archaeologist in all of Liyue. No, Teyvat! Show me some respect.
It's respect you want? Very well. For the sake of the other customers, we'll do this your way.
What? So Shen has started the fight? She had no choice. The woman pulled a shovel out of nowhere and started going crazy, flipping tables left and right. She even injured 2 other customers. Shenna did what she had to do to restrain her, then took her to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Thank goodness Aunt Shenhe was there. Or who knows what might have happened.
Yeah. I started cleaning up after all the commotion, and that's when I found this photo. I thought it might be the one she dropped, so I rushed over to show someone.
She said she took a photo of Jianju the Moon Devourer. This must be it.
Can we really trust what she said, though? Clearly, something is going on with her.
Paimon's got a point. It sounds like she wasn't acting right at all. How do we know she wasn't possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
Aunt Shenhe would have noticed if she was possessed.
All right. But what about the part about Long Gone and the treasure she found?
What about it?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost? One so powerful that even Miss Shenhe couldn't sense its presence.
Your imagination is something else, Hu Tao. Why would an ancient ghost come to Wanmin restaurant, huh? To eat my blackback perch stew?
Hey, it could happen. I'd want to eat your food if I was a ghost.
Wait a second. She mentioned the ancient nation of Long Gone, right? Paimon's heard that somewhere before.
You know what? My brother mentioned that some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue recently. Mostly colored glass, fine jade, and bronze relics. Some of the text inscribed on them has already been deciphered. There were some poetic verses, but the word Long Gone popped up as well.
So, does that mean this Long Gone place is real? Still, Paimon knows we've heard the name somewhere before. Do you remember, Traveler? Right! His ancestor heard about it from the White Horse Adeptus. The White Horse Adeptus? Oh, so you must have been to see the giant lantern already. Yep. And it turns out that the White Horse Adeptus is super mysterious, too. Even Madame Ping hasn't met her.
Wait, I thought she was the gold-eyed Celadon mare of the 8 Adepts.
That's just the interpretation you believe in, Hu Tao. There are other theories out there, too. The elders of Qingce Village believe that during the Archon War, a white horse leapt from a clear spring, transforming into an Adeptus who aided Rex Lapis in battle. In Chenyu Vale, some of the tribes take her to be the Daughter of Time, and trace her deeds to an even earlier era. Yet in other ancient texts, including the relics I just mentioned, she appears as an emissary who listens to mortal wishes, bestowing the blessings of the heavens and moon upon the mortal realm, which is why we write our wishes on Shao lanterns.
That's so complicated. So what's the verdict? Which version is the truth?
I'm afraid there's no definitive answer to that.
You two have been all over Teyvat. Do you have an idea?
Nope, sorry. We were actually on our way to ask Zhongli. He knows even more about this kind of stuff than us.
Ah, looking for a consultant, huh? He's having tea with Miss Linlong. Jigu Antiques is hosting an exhibition tonight.
An exhibition? For what?
All those antiques Xingqiu just mentioned. So if you head to the big ship docked in the harbor tonight, I'm sure you'll find him.
So, where to next? How about we go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs to ask about the White Horse Adeptus? We might be able to find out more about the recent moon situation, too.
If you're heading to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, could you give them this picture for me? Since it belongs to that customer, she deserves to get it back at least. It might even help the Ministry with their investigation.
Ha! Alright! We're off!
Oh, wait! I almost forgot! Happy Lantern Rite!
Come have a meal with us when you're free. We'll be there, or we'll be... square.
Thinking about it now, could it be possible that photograph was a fake?
A fake? You mean like the customer fabricated it to gain academic recognition?
Nice one, Changyun! I never even thought of it like that. How about we go check out that place tonight? I know exactly where it is.
All right.
I'll get scolded if I get home too late.
Live a little, Xingqiu. You act like this is a first for you. Worst comes to worst, we'll get Xiangling to cook you something delicious, okay?
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it's worth the risk.
You were just waiting for the promise of free food, weren't you? Fine. It's a plan then. We'll meet up tonight.
Your grandfather is of the same opinion, Miss Lanyan?
Yes. On Lantern Rite, the moon shall go dark. That's what the signs are indicating. Celestial observation isn't Grandpa's strong suit. But he discussed it with several other elders from our clan, and their conclusion was the same.
It's consistent with the information we've received from other sources as well.
You mean the whole thing? About the legend of Jianzhu the Moon Devourer? Happening in real life?
Yes, that's one of them.
So it's true. I thought it was just a rumor.
It's true. But right now, the bigger issue is that all our sources indicate the phenomenon's gonna happen again. I'm not sure this bodes well.
Let's remain optimistic for now. We're making progress interpreting the artifacts, and Ganyu is consulting with the Adepti as we speak. Besides, apart from the incident at Wanmin Restaurant, there haven't been any other moon-related disturbances.
Ningguang, Keqing, and Lanyan! You're all here!
Oh, Traveler! And Paimon! It's been a while. Happy Lantern Rite.
Yes! Happy Lantern Rite. What brings you here, though? I thought you'd be in the harbor enjoying the Shao Lanterns.
You're certainly not the type to visit Yujing Terrace for no reason. Is there something I can help you with?
What? We're not allowed to just drop in on our friends during the festive season?
I was only teasing. You're welcome to visit us anytime you wish. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, and about all the moon business you were just talking about? We have something to show you. Here, take a look!
Whoa! Something really did take a chunk out of the moon.
Someone managed to capture a picture of it. Is this Jianju, the Moon Devourer, then?
Even though we confirmed this event took place, I still can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Where did you get this picture?
From Xiangling! She found it when she was cleaning up after that customer caused a scene. She thinks they must have dropped it.
Wait, is this Chawang Terrace? No, it's just where I'm from. It said that Chawang Terrace was where the ancient people of Chenyu Vale communicated with the heavens. And in this picture, the moon happens to be right above Chawang Terrace. I was just surprised, that's all. It's probably just a coincidence.
That's interesting because the ancient people of Chenyu Vale migrated there from the chasm area.
The chasm? So, that place is involved too?
According to our investigation, that customer you just mentioned, Lu Xiangxiang, her father and grandfather are merchants in Liyue Harbor, and her mother and grandmother grow tea in Chaoying Village. A few days ago, she left her home in Chaoying Village to join a civilian archaeological team funded by Hoishan Hall, and ended up excavating some artifacts in the chasm area. These artifacts were then entrusted to Shigu Antiques and are set to be featured in an upcoming exhibition. Then, of course, the incident at Wanmin Restaurant occurred. We suspect something happened during the excavation that left her with quite the shock.
And now, it seems like she also went to Chawang Terrace and took that picture of the moon disappearing.
The chasm? Chawang Terrace? Things are getting pretty complicated.
She's not in a good mental state, so we took her to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help. Why don't you come with me to check up on her? At this point, you seem invested in this case too. Then let's head there now.
Okay, I need to check on something. I am so curious. Voice Aaron Ebers.
I am Ningguang, Tianshin of Qixing. You wish to trade? You be my personal bodyguard, and I will show you how to get ahead in Liyue.
Honestly, I don't remember how she sounds that well, or I don't remember that well how she sounded, so I thought she had a different voice actor, and then now I'm seeing that she doesn't, so I guess I just didn't pay attention to Ningguang.
It's nothing. Don't waste my time. Give up. Your life is mine. Submit!
She should have been a 5-star, though.
Goodbye! A keen eye. We can't have treasure unaccounted for. Wealth. Why settle for less than more?
Like, she's actually kind of gorgeous as well. Like, they did a really good job with her model. And she's a freaking 4-star. It's almost criminal that she's a freaking 4-star. And then look at her outfit. I don't have it, but look at that. It's freaking gorgeous. Like, this... It's criminal that she was not a 5-star character. I swear to God, they better, like, re-release her or something. And Beto, too. As, like, 5-star variants or something. Like, you can still have the 4-star, but then you can have, like, the 5-star variant or whatever. That'd be... It could be, like, an alternate universe thing where... something happens with the moon or something, and they extend Genshin's lifehood by, like, giving you an alternate reality. Like, what if Traveler traveled without Paimon or something? Or you look at it from a different standpoint, and then you meet all the characters again, but they're different, and then, like, Ningguang and Beto are 5 stars. That, I don't know, some excuse just to make Beto a 5-star would be awesome, and they should just throw Ningguang in there just for the hell of it. Like, make her a 5-star as well. Just saying. Like, she should have been a 5-star. Alright, now the other one I wanted to check was Kuching. I know for a fact that they changed her voice actress. I just want to see what the name of it was. Oh, it says Anonymous. Okay. So Kaylee Mills was the original.
I am Kuching, Yuheng of the Liyue Qixing. We live in an era of change, as the old order that has existed for 1,000 years is about to be rewritten. Join me. Let us bear witness to this historical moment together.
I remember seeing a comment somewhere that this is now the 3rd voice actress for Kuching, so if that's true, I didn't even know that she was switched out the first or one time already.
Incoming! Speed of light! Don't blink! Hey! Huh? Nowhere to hide. With sword comes shadow. Cut to the chase.
Huh.
Hey! Huh?
I didn't know she did that. It doesn't have her, like, charge attacks or whatever.
Let's go. Time is against us. Something's come up? Let's finish this quickly.
What does she look like when she enters the field? Hold on a sec. Or enters the character selection. It's not bad. I still like Yamiko's better. But it's not bad. Also, can we buff Yamiko, please? She's one of my favorite 5-stars in the game. Please, let's buff Yamiko. Please. Please, Inazuma buff. Oh yeah, I need to refresh my Akasha real quick. Let me go on my computer. Where is it? Genshin. Wait, is this the right tab? Oh, I need to actually sit down at my computer. I'm not looking at the right favorites tab or bookmark or whatever. Oh, no, I am on the right tab. Okay. Yay for 2020 vision. Alright, let's see. Refresh. Let's see if it now includes my current characters. It does! Cool, okay. I can switch this out now because I think Akasha will still remember the ones that... Yeah, because Kirara is not on my current showcase, but I can see her on my Akasha based off of what she had last. So, yeah, I can switch this out now. Whoops! There we go. So, I'm going to take out Lauma. Lauma's my newest one. Let me see. Does it say new for Lauma right now? Or is she even on there? Let me go sit at my computer. Ugh. No, she's not on there. What the hell? Oh, there's another page. There she is. Oh, but she only has 192 CV, so she was at the very bottom. So then what is there a ranking for Llama? There isn't. Either that or my build is so bad that there's no ranking yet. Or that she's not in the ranking of anything. Oh, so her Sans is actually 600 roll value. I just got that Sans today before work. That's so funny. Let's take a look at my Llama real quick. So y'all can see what the hell I'm talking about. So I just got this Sans. And before it was a Wanderer's Troop Sans. It was this one. This had... Well, as you can see, it has no crit rate. But this one has better energy recharge and it has crit rate. So it's got overall better roll value. Then we have this Plume, which I switched from this one. I think it was this one? I think it was that one. It was either that or this one. Actually, it might have been that one. because that one has more crit damage. This one has the better stats in general with having the 82 elemental mastery, but I think I was using this one for the energy recharge and the crit damage. But I'm now on this one, which isn't bad. And now this one has 620 roll value. The flower I think I changed as well. I might have been on this one before, but I switched to this one, I think, because of the energy recharge. I could probably switch... Oh, and it has a little bit EM. I could probably switch back, though, because, well, this one has more EM, even though it's just only by 4. But I would lose crit rate just to gain a little bit of crit damage. I think this one's the better one, and now it shows an Akasha 680 roll value. Like, that's really good. The only bad piece currently is this, and I'm right now I'm farming Deepwood, and well, I was gonna be farming Deepwood and Gilded Dreams, but now I think I should move back to the Night Sky and Serenade, Silken Moon Serenade domain. Yeah, I think I should take this one off too. Oh, actually, I can keep this for Ilua. I just remembered that. Ilua. I gotta remember that. Okay. While I'm on the subject, let's change Ilua to his Silken Moon set. Oh, look at that! It even says Elemental Mastery is the core here. So for Goblet, we want Elemental Mastery. We want crit stats because we want him to contribute to the team's lunar damage. But I want energy recharge as well because I think bursting is important on him. And then we gotta put him on Silken Moon. Oh wow, that's the only set it recommends. Makes sense. Okay, so there's that. For this one, I think energy recharge would be fine. I think that would be fine. But he would do good with EM as well. So let's see what we can find here. Whoops. There we go. So we have EM without energy recharge. It has defense. So that might just be the best one. What is this on Kave? That's weird. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I don't think I have a defense one. I guess technically I do. What is it? Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Let me just stand up real quick. Crack my back a little bit. Alright, let's just only look for defense and see what we get. Ugh! Okay, yeah, no. Let's try to see. No double crits. That has just about everything, though, outside of crit rate. So that wouldn't be terrible to try to level up. I still think he's better off with EM, and we are... Damn it! And he already has EM, so... Or I already have an EM piece, that would be good enough. So for the Goblet, yeah, let's try... Wait a minute, hold on. I put EM, main stat, crit rate, and energy recharge, and it's still... I don't have an EM Goblet? I don't have an EM Goblet across this whole set. Are you serious? Holy crap. Okay, then yeah, that's the better one. Wow. Huh. So I have the same exact pieces now as my Zibai does. That's crazy. Okay, this is definitely going to be crit rate. And then EM... No, wait. Well, we have to have crit damage. And then EM or energy recharge. Which one's more important? Let's go energy recharge. Hey, look at that. Put that on there. Not bad, honestly. That crit damage? That's not bad at all. What if I changed it? No, because of the crit damage. It's just the best one. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, we don't have anything else I could use. Alright, so that's good. So that's 3. And this is just going to be crit rate, crit damage. Looking for the best of the best of the best. Alright, that has energy recharge, so that's a huge bonus. And it's 4 line, yeah. Anything else? That's it, yeah, that's going to be the one. And then, same, wrong button again. So it's going to be the same thing, crit rate, crit damage. Oh, damn, okay. I could switch out the goblet then. Oh wait, no, I don't have any goblets with crit. I've already established this by not being able to find one for Llama. Wait a minute, no, Llama's using an on-set goblet because she's using 2-piece, 2-piece. I'm using an offset circlet. Huh. Alright, so this is 14 crit rate, 11 crit damage. This is probably better because it has energy recharge. And it's 4 line. I marked it because it was 4 line. Wow, man. What is with my my support set pieces being so good? They're not the best, but I mean, look at that attack. If I needed an attack scaler to hold Silken Moon, that would be it right there. What does Kave have? Oh, okay. I think that he's holding my Llama Silken Moon set. That was my Columbina. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Why do I have that marked, though? It's only a 3 line. Ew. Okay, yeah. So this one's better, I think, because it has the energy recharge. Let's see what his energy recharge looks like right now. I'm on Fab, so let's take Fab off. Let's just give him that, and then see what it looks like. So 155, not great. Honestly, not great. So, yeah. Let's keep him on Fab. Who's using my level 90 Fab? Oh, you know what? There we go. Keep him on that one. I do have this that I could use to increase his defense, but I don't think he snapshots his burst. So while this is great just for overall defense, the second part wouldn't really benefit him much, unless the rotation is short enough. Well, 15 seconds, and maybe... Let me think this through. If I use Columbina first, or no, I could even use Zhongli, put the shield up, Columbina skill burst, Ilua burst skill, and then switch to Zibai. That might be enough time so that I could use this just to give him more defense, considering the fact that I have EM and I want to switch this goblet. Let me see if I have an EM goblet offset. And then we want to go crit record damage. Okay. I technically do, but it's... Yeah, I don't have many crit goblets. Or EM crit goblets. Okay, so yeah, it would be better to run the Fab. If I had an EM goblet, I could use this to boost both defense and EM. But I think EM is better anyway. I could also put him on Dragon's Bane. I still have to level one of them up. I have so many Dragon's Banes. What is this game? Oh wait, that's not Dragon's Bane. But yeah, I do have a bunch of Dragon's Banes. I could also even use Katane for the extra energy. Let me see. After elemental skill hits an opponent, the character loses 3 energy but regenerates 5 energy every 2 seconds for the next 6 seconds. This can occur once. Like, this is pretty good. The secondary effect of increase in skill damage doesn't matter, but getting the extra EM and having a little bit of energy regeneration from its passive is pretty good. Whereas this one, not so much. Increased damage against opponents affected by Hydra or Pyro. Actually, I think I'm gonna give him Dragon's Bane. I'm gonna have to work on his energy, but it seems like this is the way to go. Alright, what other pieces could I substitute? So there's the EM Sands. Let's see, do I have one with EM and like energy recharge? Oh, that has defense on it. That actually might be the best one. Despite not having energy recharge. This might be the best one. Oh, and then this one has the flat defense and it has energy recharge. Okay, so what I'm currently using is 6 crit rate, 19 crit damage with some defense percent and flat defense. So that's still really good. None of them are shimmering. What if I did defense as the main stat? None of them are shimmering. Interesting. So if I did all 3 like that. No? Okay, what about boom, boom, boom? Uh-huh. Interesting. So they're not recommending that you build him with crit. I don't think so. I think it's going to be better to build him with crit in mind. Okay, so going back. EM, critical damage. So I feel like this is the best one in general, but it doesn't have energy recharge, so this is the best one. This gives better stats overall for his damage output, and then this one gives him more opportunities to burst. So I'll go with that one. None of these are shimmering for him. That's kind of sad. I don't think I need to level up his talents, do I? What does his talents do? More damage based off of his elemental mastery and defense scaling. Skill damage, geo damage bonus. Oh, there it is. Geo damage bonus is based off of his elemental mastery. Yeah, you want to build elemental mastery on this guy 100%. So his burst needs to be optimized. So that way he can buff often. So we'll do that for now. And I think I have plenty of Elysian books. I don't think I've used them on anybody. I'm not going to touch his normals. His skill, I mean, I guess technically he can still do damage, so why not, right? Okay, now I know what to focus on for Itlua. But yeah, I need a elemental mastery gauntlet. That's so... Wow, I forgot I had that. Interesting. That's actually not bad. Energy recharge is not bad on certain Dendro units. Nahida. Okay, so I got a lot to work on. I don't have much in terms of EM. But I could switch him to Dragon's Bane. He does ascend with EM though, which is good. So I could switch him to Dragon's Bane and see what his energy needs are, especially on a triple Geo team. It might not be that bad. Where's my Zhongli? I think I don't have him on Fav right now. There he is. Yeah, let me put Zhongli on Fav, because I used to have him on Fav all the time. I used to have him on this one though, because I would use the level 91 on Yunjin. But I'll give him the level 91 for now. Okay. Yeah, 40 crit rate. Not bad. I don't think there's any other supportive set that I could use him on in this particular team that I want to put him on. But yeah. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, I just wanted to check out that voice actor thing, and then I got lost in the sauce looking at artifacts. This is so annoying. So if I do get I don't know, what could I substitute that's Gilded Dreams? I still have this. It's got a lot of EM, terrible crit stats though. This has way better crit stats, and it has energy recharge, which is really nice. So I could use this and this in tandem, like the sands and the feather. The flower for night sky, I have. Let me see. So this is 721. It has EM and energy recharge. That's gonna be really hard to replace. So if I farm for night sky and silken moon, I just realized I have this, but I don't have it locked because it was trash, as we can see. But yeah, if I get a good flower on night sky. God, I even have this. Like, so many of my flowers on Gilded Dreams are just so good. But I have this really good Wondrous Troop one. But Night Sky is a 2-piece EM set. So I would like to try to get double Night Sky. I just don't know what I would use with regards to Gilded Dreams versus Wondrous Troop. Like, which one should I sub out, kind of thing. Definitely I need to get a better goblet. So if I get a good Night Sky goblet and it's EM, that's going to be tough because I didn't even get it until I crafted it for Nefer. I'm going to be sad if I get like a cracked fucking EM goblet. I would definitely give it to Nefer and then give Llama this one. Absolutely. Then I could just give Llama one of the Night Sky feathers or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and farm Night Sky instead of Deepwood and Gilded Dreams now that I have Zibai. Alright, let's continue the main quest here. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to stop yapping. I'm sitting there talking about my builds and stuff. That's boring. Alright. Where the hell am I supposed to... Oh, is that... Whee. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and mute while I continue the quest.
Ah, Lady Yuheng. Oh, and the Traveler and Paimon are here as well.
What a pleasant surprise. Happy Lantern Rite.
I hope we're not interrupting, Dr. Baiju.
Not at all. I assume you're here to see the patient? Unless it's urgent, however, it would be best not to disturb her rest. It's quite unstable. She's even more agitated than when she first arrived. And she refused to cooperate when we tried to check her over. I had no choice but to prescribe a calming draught and to have her rest for 2 days.
So she's getting worse? That isn't the news I was hoping for.
It's just a precaution. Based on an earlier conversation with her, it seemed more like a fixation than anything else. She hasn't lost her mind.
That's right. When we asked about it, she kept insisting she was going to be famous far and wide. Well, it might not be far and wide, but she certainly made a name for herself around Yujing Terrace. Even some of the Qixing know who she is.
Not often, that's for certain. From my initial assessment, the patient appears to have experienced some sort of shock, and whatever it was seems to still be haunting her.
But what could have caused such a thing? The relics from the chasm? Or the moon above Chuang Terrace that night?
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
I suppose that's all we can do for now. We'll take our leave then, Dr. Baiju.
Of course. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to stop by.
Speaking of those relics from the chasm, aren't they being featured in an exhibition tonight?
That's right. Are you planning to attend?
Yeah! We wanted to have a talk with Zhongli anyway, and now Paimon's even more curious about these relics.
I would, except every item in the exhibition had to be registered with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. So I'm afraid it's been spoiled for me. I reviewed them all myself. There are some rather peculiar artifacts, that's for certain. We're still working on decoding the ancient text that appears on them.
Yeah! The word jade appears a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Huh? How did you know?
Shincho told us. He said there were some ancient poems on them, too.
He's quite well informed, isn't he? Well, he's right. We believe they're direct references to the ancient nation of long gone. As for the other text, instead of regular poetry, it seems to be more like ceremonial language used to worship the moon and the gods.
The moon and the gods?
Well, looks like it's almost time for the exhibition. You two should head over. There's an usher at the harbor who will lead you to the venue. Not at all. The exhibition is free to the public. The people of Liyue have a great respect for our history and are eager to learn from it. Plus, the exhibition is being organized by Linlong, the owner of Shigu Antiques. As far as I know, it's been a long-time goal of hers to hold a cultural exhibition of this scale, where people can learn all sorts of information about the past.
Guess we're in for a real treat tonight, then!
Yes. Have a great time. There's still more artifact decoding work I need to finish, so we'll have to part ways here. After seeing the picture you brought, there's a few ideas I'd like to follow up on.
You're hard at work even during festival season? Huh! You haven't changed one bit, Keqing.
I'm simply fulfilling the responsibilities of my position. That's all. All right. I should get going. See you later.
Well, guess we should head over to the harbor and find that usher.
Please, show me your description.
Here for the exhibition? I can take you aboard. After you.
Whoa! Look at all the antiques on this ship! It's almost too much to take in!
Greetings. I trust you've been well since last we met?
Aha! Speak of the devil! You're right where Hu Tao said you'd be!
Ah, so Director Hu gave me away, did she?
Don't act like you're up to some super secret business! We know you just do whatever you feel like.
Yo, Traveler! Paimon! What's up?
It's been a while, you two. Happy Lantern Rite.
I'm so happy Beto is part of something. God. Okay, let's keep going.
Beto! Yunchin! It's great to see you! You're here for the exhibition too?
Yes. When I heard these artifacts were from ancient times, I just knew I had to come learn more about them. I mean, what a discovery, right?
Yeah, Ningguang pretty much said the same thing. She thought coming here might help culture me up or something. But as you know, I'm more of a fists and punches type of person. I doubt one exhibition is gonna change that.
You're too modest, Captain. You're the leader of the Crux fleet. That takes far more skill than just fists and punches.
Plus, at the end of the day, you still decided to come, even though you didn't have to listen to Ningguang.
Well, she's the Tianquan. If she can't even get an average ship captain like me to do her bidding, how's that gonna look?
You sure know how to think from her perspective, huh?
I guess I do. Anyway, how's everyone enjoying the exhibition? I heard that if you see something you like, you can negotiate the price with the owner and take it home.
Wait, so we can buy this stuff?
Indeed. Although Shigu Antiques is hosting this exhibition, many of the items come from private collectors. As long as both parties reach an agreement, you can make an offer of mora or an equivalent trade. Well, shall we continue our conversation as we look around?
Let's go! Paimon everyone's super curious about all this stuff.
This material is quite unusual. It doesn't look like paper. More like silk, or some other kind of fabric.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Huh. Well spotted. This is a painting of Jianju, the Moon Devourer, made primarily with mulberry silk. Such craftsmanship is rarely seen in modern-day Liyue.
Ha! Jianju the Moon Devourer! Paimon knew it! That toad made it super obvious.
What's that? A new dish at Wanmin restaurant?
No! It's a kind of lunar eclipse. You heard about how the moon disappeared recently, right?
Oh, yeah. You're saying a toad did that?
That's what the legend says.
So, nothing to do with food then. Noted.
And the figure next to the toad. Is that the White Horse Adeptus? From the stories I've heard, her palace lies on the moon.
That would seem to be a logical assumption. No. In fact, this item was discovered in Chenyu Vale, and many years ago at that.
Oh, so it's from Chenyu Vale?
Actually, that's not quite right. You see, this painting is primarily comprised of mineral-based pigments, such as cinnabar and azurite, which are usually found within stratified rock. This suggests its place of origin may very well have been the chasm.
You could have just started with that.
You're as knowledgeable as ever, Mr. Zhongli. I had only ever heard the legend of Jianju the Moon Devourer, but now seeing it depicted in this painting, I wonder... If I purchased it, perhaps it could serve as inspiration for a new opera. Though I'm not quite sure who the painting belongs to right now.
A splendid idea, Miss Yoon. Perhaps in lieu of Mora, you could offer the lyrics to said opera as recompense.
The lyrics? But to whom?
Why, to me, of course. I am the owner of this painting, after all.
Wait, so you're one of the private collectors of the exhibition? No wonder you knew so much about the painting.
But lyrics in exchange for a precious antique? My work could never possibly be of equal value.
I don't know about that. I'm not much of a scholar, but even I know your operas are in a league of their own.
An astute observation, Captain Beto. In my possession, this painting is nothing but a lifeless artifact. In your hands, however, it could be transformed into a new piece of art entirely. Quite the worthy exchange, no?
But I'm not sure when I'll be able to finish writing it. It certainly won't be ready this year.
Allow me to be equally forthright, Miss Yoon. This silk painting is merely a copy I made of the original work. There is no need for such concern over its value.
Huh? So it's a fake?
I had no idea you were such a skilled artist, Mr. Zhongli. I pride myself on having some knowledge of antiques, but I didn't notice anything that would point to it being a replica.
You never cease to amaze me, Mr. Zhongli.
You flatter me. All that said, Miss Yoon, you must accept. Truly, I insist.
Huh. He's gone from handing out fake Mora to fake paintings now, huh?
Your kindness is impossible to refuse, Mr. Zhongli. Rest assured, I'll be sure to return the favor.
I shall look forward to it.
Man, that was quite the find. I should buy something too, if only so I can show it off to Ningguang.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Wow. This bronze war chariot is really something.
It must have quite the story behind it. I've never seen anything like it before.
Do you know what this is, Zhongli?
Ah. I heard from Miss Linlong that a carriage made of Celadon jade was unearthed in the chasm. A copper canopy, a body adorned with flowing clouds and geometric patterns. Yes, this must be the one. A precious piece indeed.
This thing's gotta be thousands of years old, right? Crazy to think people back then were capable of such intricate metalwork.
Too often, we view the past and future through the lens of the present. Objects that fascinated us as children seem crude later in life. And that's only after a few decades or so of separation. If one were to stretch time across hundreds or thousands of years, one might discover that time is not always a force that pushes things forward.
It would seem the people of that era managed to create a remarkable civilization in their own right.
Makes me want to get my hands on this even more. Ningguang's gonna be so jealous, don't you think?
Ah, has this war chariot caught your eye, Captain Beidou?
Oh, you must be Linlong from Shigu Antiques. Nice to meet you. This exhibition has been amazing so far.
Well, that's all thanks to supportive patrons like you and Mr. Zhongli, of course. As for this war chariot, it was discovered by an archaeological team sponsored by Huishan Hall. The price comes in at 90 million mora. How much?
90 million? Woo, looks like my eyes were a bit too big for my wallet.
Quite a bargain.
A bargain? 90 million mora could feed Paimon for like 1,000 years!
And if you actually went on an eating spree that long, perhaps you'd be considered an antique worth that kind of mora, too.
What, 90 million? Nuh-uh! Paimon's worth way more than that!
Well, if Mr. Zhongli thinks it's a good deal, I'm sure it's worth it.
Beidou's putting way too much faith in Zhongli. What if he's only here to drive up sales?
I'll take the chariot, Miss Linlong. Someone will come by with the payment.
Quite the discerning eye you have, Captain. After the exhibition ends, I'll have someone deliver it to the Alcor.
Actually, could you send it straight to Yujing Terrace? I'd like for the Tianquan to see the proof of my discerning eye for herself.
Understood.
Great. Yunjin and I both found something. What about you three? Want to keep perusing? And don't worry about the mora. It's all on me. Nobody's going home empty-handed tonight.
I appreciate your kindness, Captain, but I'm afraid I have some private matters to discuss with Miss Linlong.
In that case, don't let us keep you, Mr. Zhongli.
Right this way.
Traveler, Paimon, perhaps you would like to accompany me.
What? So you can show us another bargain antique that's so far out of our price range it's not even funny?
Other people are always demanding Mr. Zhongli's time, but it's quite rare for him to extend an invitation himself. I wouldn't pass up this opportunity if I were you, Paimon.
Yeah, just don't forget to come aboard the Alcor for a drink later.
Yeah, guess you're right. Taking a quick look isn't gonna cost us anything. Let's go! These are all the jade pieces that were found, Mr. Zhongli. Wow! So many styles! What kind are these?
These are a type of ceremonial jade. You're familiar with Chenyu Vale's rain jade, right, yes?
Oh, yeah! So these pieces are all used in the rain jade ceremony?
Well, you may not know, Paimon, but before the rain jade rite came into practice, Chenyu Vale was known for a different ceremonial tradition that also involved jade. The Bi is used to honor heaven, the Tsong to honor earth, the Gui to honor the east, the Jiang to honor the south, the Hu to honor the west, and the Huang to honor the north. These form the 6 ritual jades. It's unfortunate, however, that Miss Linlong's set is missing both the Gui and Hu pieces.
Oh, I know. These jade artifacts are from such an ancient time. It's proved difficult to track them down, even for our establishment.
No matter. You happen to have precisely the piece I was looking for.
Huh? This broken jade token? I didn't expect this to catch your eye, Mr. Zhongli. It isn't one of the 6 ritual jades.
An affect belonging to an old acquaintance of mine.
An old acquaintance? One of your collector friends, Mr. Zhongli?
You could say that. Traveler, take a closer look.
It doesn't look all that special to Paimon. Just seems like a broken artifact.
Indeed. It's been thousands of years since the moon has appeared in such a form.
So, in the past, the moon wasn't always full. Then, could this missing chunk be from when Jianzhu devoured part of the moon?
It's worth looking into.
Your insight is invaluable, Mr. Zhongli. I had no idea how special this piece was. Since it has caught your interest, allow Shigu Antiques to cover the cost.
Oh, that is far too generous, Miss Linlang.
Not at all. I've always wanted to give people a chance to appreciate these snapshots of history. So holding an exhibition like this has been a lifetime wish of mine. And it never would have been possible without your help, Mr. Zhongli.
I merely put in a good word with a few acquaintances of mine.
And it had a profound impact. Without your recommendation, I doubt half of these collectors would have come to the exhibition. So, on both a personal and professional level, I owe you my thanks, Mr. Zhongli.
Wow! Zhongli actually did something useful for once.
Three, 5, 7. $11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. You also enjoy counting in such a fashion, lost child? The same loneliness as them. It seems to exist in your heart as well. Me? I'm sorry, I don't remember. The shadow of the moon? Or a dream of time? I'm sorry. No one has asked me such things before. I've been here for so long. There is much I have forgotten. I know nothing of your arrival. All I know is the longing in people's hearts. Yet, I sense the moonlight's guidance within you, child. Perhaps that is what brought you here.
Damn, they did a really good job with the way this character looks. I just gotta say that again. She is gorgeous.
You seem confused. Perhaps I can help in some way. The path home is... that direction. I believe someone told me that before. But I was never able to reach the end. You should take a look. No need. It would seem... my time has already run out. Farewell. May the moonlight ever shine upon you.
Wow! Zhongli actually did something useful for once.
Your complexion looks rather ashen, Traveler. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, what's wrong? Does your stomach hurt? Huh? What are you talking about? You were right here the whole time.
Ah, I see. I'm afraid we must take our leave, Miss Linlong. My friend has taken ill, and I must escort her to get some rest.
Of course.
Traveler, Paimon, please, come with me. Ah, yes. Regarding the payment for the Jade Token. Charge the expense to the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor if you would.
Guess someone's thinking of me. Huh, but this late at night?
Must be that consultant of yours. I bet he's out there spending all year more at the exhibition.
Yeah, he'd be the perfect employee if he just knew how to rein in the spending. But never mind him. Let's focus on the moon. We gotta see if it gets eaten tonight.
I don't think it's going to happen. We've been out here all night, and the moon's the same as ever.
It is quite late, and Chongyun's getting tired. How about we head back? We can come back another time.
Head back? Already?
Actually, I do have a new dish I'm testing out tomorrow. And as part of my New Year's resolution, I'm trying not to oversleep.
All right. Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Let's go. When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. When the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Aren't we going to rest? Why did you bring us here?
Because I imagine the Traveler would like to know what just happened to her.
Oh, right. Paimon's confused, though. She could have sworn you were there the whole time. Oh, how is that possible?
It sounds like her spirit formed an inexplicable connection with the being in that space. Ah, you suspected from the beginning, didn't you? Indeed, the being you met is the fabled White Horse Adeptus, and the original owner of this Jade Token. Her name is Zibai.
Wait, does that mean She's inside this token?
No, she does not reside within this token, but rather within the moon's shadow. This token is merely a medium. Word has it you accomplished quite the feat in Nodcry. You and your friend brought the Frost Moon back to Teyvat. Tell me, did you ever wonder about the other moon? The one that hung in its place for thousands of years?
We never really thought about it, but it must have been a fake, right? A fake moon!
Indeed, it was false. Its true nature, nothing but a projection of the moon. It also happens to be the prison that confines Zibai to this day.
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is trapped inside that projection? Then we need to rescue her! But the moon in the sky right now is the real one, right? Where did the fake moon go? And why can't Paimon see it?
With the return of the true moon, the shadow naturally lost its place in the heavens. Now, it is disintegrating bit by bit. It's a process that comes and goes. When it occurs, it looks like the moon is being obscured by a black shadow. But when it stops, the shadow disappears and becomes invisible to the eye.
So, you're saying there's an invisible fake moon blocking the real moon right now?
Indeed.
Okay, this is not what Paimon was expecting.
My hypothesis is that people's wishes could be what trigger the periods of disintegration. After all, when you experienced that episode just now, it was precisely when Miss Linlong spoke of her own wish.
Wait, is that because the White Horse Adeptus answers people's wishes? The legend must be true then. So, that means the more wishes we make, the faster the fake moon will disintegrate, right? Then it won't be long before the White Horse Adeptus is free!
Quite the contrary. After countless years trapped inside, the two have merged into one. When the moon shadow is gone, Zibai will cease to exist in this world.
Oh no! So, by bringing the moon back, we actually hurt the White Horse Adeptus?
Do not burden yourself with such thoughts. Because of your actions, a promising opportunity has presented itself to us. Let us not forget, what is crumbling is also precisely that which imprisons her. Yes, and that is why I invited you here tonight. Your connection to that broken jade token confirms that you can do what I envision. However, while I had hoped to receive your assistance, this matter could have significant ramifications. I must admit a certain reluctance to implicate you in more of Teyvat's secrets. Often, the deeper one's knowledge of such matters, the harder it becomes to extricate oneself from them. You are someone who once traveled through the boundless sea of stars. I cannot help but wonder, perhaps it is wrong for your fate to become too entangled with the fate of any one world. Such is your conviction, then. Since journeying beyond Lille, you have had ample time to reflect on these matters, it would seem. Very well. The first secret I must reveal is that Zibai has long since passed away. The being within the Shadow Moon is merely one of the 3 deadly selves she severed before her death.
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is dead? Weren't you supposed to tell us how to fix this? Now it just seems even more impossible!
Please, remain calm, Paimon, and allow me to explain. The 3 deadly selves is a practice used by those engaged in spiritual cultivation. The intent is to sever the 3 vice-laden mortal selves to reveal one's true, pure self beneath. However, Zibai's 3 selves are more complicated in nature. Because in the moment before her death, someone preserved the shattered essence of her soul, and place the fragments within her 3 deadly selves. If we retrieve the 3 fragments of her soul, there is a chance we can restore her presence in the mortal realm.
So that means we can bring her back to life?
Yes, provided we retrieve the fragments of her soul's essence from the 3 deadly selves. Indeed, the being you encountered was Zibai's first deadly self, Ziju. After Zibai's death, she ascended to the heavens and became one with the Shadow Moon. The essence that resides within her is a heavenly soul, also known as Taiguang. Thus, this self is the closest to Zibai's true nature. That said, because she is trapped within the Shadow Moon, we have no choice but to seek out the other 2 soul essences first. Then we can unite them as one. Her second deadly self is called Ziju. After Zibai's death, she fell into a slumber deep beneath the earth in what is now known as the Chasm. The essence within her is the Earth Soul, also known as Xuangling. She is the self that inherited most of Zibai's memories and wisdom.
The chasm? So, do we have to go there to find her?
That won't be necessary. I sensed her presence on the jade carriage from earlier, the one at the exhibition. It's possible the return of the Frost Moon awakened her, and she emerged from the chasm alongside that batch of ancient artifacts.
Wait! That must be why you agreed to help with the exhibition! To investigate the artifacts!
Indeed. So in truth, Miss Linlong was the one who helped me. The third deadly self is Zichao. The essence within her is the human soul, also known as Yojing, Zibai's shade. Thus she is the most free-spirited among the 3. She lent me her aid during the Archon War, 1,000 years ago. But later, as her powers waned, she retreated into the mountains. I imagine finding Zichao should prove the most troublesome, so I shall take it upon myself to track her down.
So, we need to find the second deadly self, right? But where do we even start?
Locating her should not prove difficult. In life, Zibai was fond of mortals, and as the self who inherited most of her memories and wisdom, Ziju should be the same. It's possible she has possessed someone, and is meandering the bustling streets of Liyue Harbor as we speak.
Possess someone? Wait! Are you thinking what Paimon's thinking, Traveler?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
Exactly! Lu Xiangxiang!
It seems you have a lead in mind already.
She'd still be at Boo Boo Pharmacy. She was super agitated when she first got there, so Baishu gave her some calming medicine and told us to come back in 2 days. Do you think it could be her, Zhongli?
It's quite possible. The deadly selves are impure beings that can easily influence mortal minds.
Alright, I'm just gonna put this out there. After this next checkpoint for the quest, I'm going to bed. I'm falling asleep right now. Sorry, guys. But this is a quest that's part of an event, too, so it probably makes sense that I continue the stream another day. But yeah, we'll continue right now until a checkpoint.
A sound plan. Well, I should get started on my own investigation then.
You're leaving already?
I must. Zichao went into hiding after the Archon War. If I am to have any success tracking her down, and there's no guarantee, I should start sooner rather than later.
But there's still so much you haven't told us! Like, who the White Horse Adeptus actually is, and how she died in the first place! Not to mention who it was that preserved the fragments of her soul.
Should our endeavor prove successful, then naturally those answers will follow. If not, speaking of them would be rather meaningless. It would seem that this is a question you are unwilling to set aside. Very well. I shall tell you. It was the Avatar of Time. Ah, so you know of her existence.
The ruler of time saved her soul.
Indeed. Preserving what remained of Zibai's soul in the moment before her death. Only the power of time could be capable of such a thing. However, there is no telling what effect it has had on the three deadly selves. In other words, you must exercise caution when seeking out Zhuge. On the night of Lantern Rite, countless Shao lanterns, and the wishes written upon them, will be released into the sky. I estimate that this event will trigger the Shadow Moon's collapse. When that happens, the cage that confines the first deadly self will open. That is our moment to act, but also the moment where all could be lost. For if we fail to retrieve the other two soul fragments in time, Zibai's resurrection is hopeless. As I mentioned before, the answers to your remaining questions should come in time, providing our efforts bear fruit. Let us hope that all proceeds smoothly in the days to come.
Okay, that was kind of perfect. This is going to be a great place for me to stop. Also, holy crap, thank you guys. For anyone watching YouTube videos, I don't normally get many views, and I just saw that a video I posted just a couple days ago from today already has close to 500 views. Okay, it's not that close. It's more like just over 350. I'm just gonna put it there. It's 350 plus. And I normally only get like maybe 100 after a while. So that's pretty cool. It's my freaking Inefa summons or Inefa pulls. Interesting. I'm interested to see how my Zibai pulls will do once I post that video. Okay. That's interesting. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and end it here. I thank you guys for joining me, and I will stream again tomorrow night. I do get off of work.
Why does Ash
I close
sit up on
tomorrow,
the
so I
counter?
get off of work
To welcome our
later
clients, of
than...
course.
Stop, Nefer. I love you, but I need you to stop talking. Alright. I'm sure most people are like, this guy talks too much. Let Nefer talk. Anyway. I don't know if that's what people sound like. I'm just... anyway. I could do a lisp or something. Anyway, okay, I'll stop. Where the hell was I going with that before I got interrupted? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I close tomorrow. So, when I get off of work, I won't stream right away. It'll probably be closer to this same time frame. Right now, for example, it's 11:48, and I've been streaming for 8 hours. Oh God, no, not 8 hours. Okay. See, this is how tired I am. It's 3 hours. I read it as 8 because my vision is blurry from how tired I am. Jesus. All right. Anyway, so I'll either stream tomorrow night and or the day after tomorrow because I am off after tomorrow. By tomorrow, I mean if you're seeing this on a YouTube VOD, it doesn't matter, but it's currently February 3rd, almost February 4th, because it's almost 12 o'clock. But I work February 4th, I close, and then I'm off February 5th. So while I don't have an exact streaming schedule, I do plan on possibly streaming February 4th. If not February 4th, maybe I'm just tired as hell. I will definitely stream February 5th because there will be more event stuff to do. I think it's every 2 days, I believe, for these longer events. So I do plan on doing that, and I'm going to be doing some Zibai building. So I'm going to be leveling her up, getting her talents, stuff like that, and then trying her out in Imaginarium Theater because I am very interested in doing that. So I will get through the quest first, of course, as I want her free materials, and then once I get done with the quest part of the events, because it's all tied together. So once I get done with the quest part, assuming it's not locked behind. Oh God, actually no, I just thought about that. The days that the event is available might make it so that the quest is locked. Ooh, hold on.
A kitty's gotta earn his kibble some.
Never. Okay, let's see. Words to good friend. Is this it? Constellations full. Oh, look at that. Okay, I have 2 characters that I don't have C6 that are gonna be, I can get a free copy of. I'll probably go for Chunyun, even though I never use him. Just because I don't think Yaoyao's constellations are that good anyway. And then there's the skin. I'm so pissed that we don't get a Beto skin, that we get a Yaoyao skin first. But hey, whatever. At least she's part of the freaking quest. But yeah, how come they made Beto part of the quest and we don't get a freaking Beto skin? Okay, anyways. I'm getting sidetracked. I was checking the quest. Is it this one? Bright Moon Lantern Glow. No, that's the little event. Yeah, okay. That's not it. So it must be the moon we share. Aha! Okay. So this one's available right now. Complete prerequisite. Check limited time rewards. Okay, no, that doesn't do anything. So it just says complete prerequisite. So maybe this is available right away. After 2 days have passed, you decide to visit Boo Boo Pharmacy. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is available right away, even if some of the event stuff isn't. Unless the event stuff is also available right away, which they usually don't do that. But yeah, festive shopping. I'll check this out the next time I'm on. I'm getting too distracted right now, and I'm about to go to bed. Okay, so yeah, next time I do stream, it'll probably be tomorrow night, or which is February 4th p.m. or on my day off on February 5th. And either which way, I will complete the quest first, get the free rewards, put that towards leveling up Zibai, and in the meantime, while I'm waiting to complete the quest, I'll also fight Zibai's boss, because it's not going to be enough free rewards to ascend her to the 80 to 90 range. So I'll keep fighting her boss and using my resin on that. So I will be building her over the next couple of days. Assuming I'm able to get her built by February 5th, which is my day off again, I will go ahead and take that opportunity to try her in Imaginary Theater, even if I don't have her talents all the way leveled up yet. So with that, that's going to be the plan of attack. That's what I plan to do over the next couple days. Hopefully you'll join me then. If not, you can always watch it on the YouTube recap when I upload the VOD there. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me, and depending on when you're watching, have a great morning, afternoon, or night. And just remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and just have fun. And don't forget that when it comes to these gacha games, you don't need to spend money to get good. Peace out, everybody. Never say goodbye. Wrong thing.
The mystery unravels.
Oh, that was kind of cool. That was actually kind of cool. All right. Peace out, everybody.